Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Out of the Park Baseball 18 with a drafted Reds team in the 2017 season. We got through the division series. We're now in the NLCS. We're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates. I've got my ace starting, Michael Fulmer. In the ALCS, we have the Texas Rangers facing the Tampa Bay Rays. So, we'll see how things play out from here. The Pirates have kind of beat up on me during the regular season. 8-12. So, hopefully I fare better here in the playoffs. So, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, one more day. We'll get started here. Oh, one positive thing that happened for me, Christian Yelich came off the disabled list. He was on the 60-day DL. He's ready now for the NLCS. So we'll see if he comes in and start, he hits right away or not. That could be a real negative thing if he's not the hitter he once was. Let's see. Michael Fulmer, Andrelton Simmons, Oscar Hernandez. I think I'm going to start Carson Kelly during the playoffs here. Oscar Hernandez has been slumping here lately. All right, looks like a nice lineup. Hello and welcome to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Pirates are hosting the Cincinnati Reds in Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. Pitching today for the Pirates, starter Vince Velasquez. Velasquez was 9-7 on the regular season with a 4.68 ERA. He struck out 137 batters in 155 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Red second baseman Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .333 in the playoffs. Velasquez delivers the 2-2 pitch to Ozzie Albies.
Strike three, you're out.
Strikes him out to begin the game. That's interesting. The Pirates have just switched their pitcher after one batter. Scott Kazmir's come into the game. Kazmir was 6-6 on the regular season with a 5.73 ERA. He struck out 80 batters in 114 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds' third baseman Jurickson Profar. Profar 3 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs during the playoffs.
Strike three.
Kazmir strikes out Profar for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich hit .304 during the regular season with 8 home runs and 38 RBIs. He was out for the last third of the season with a broken cheekbone. Kazmir delivers to Yelich. Ground ball down to first base. Eric Hosmer up with it. Takes to the bag himself. Oh. Looks like Kazmir's out too. Pittsburgh's not having much luck with their pitching staff here so far. Leading off for the Pirates, Jacoby Ellsbury, the center fielder, is hitting .261 during the playoffs with 4 RBIs. Hey, Al. How's it going for you today? He'll be facing Michael Fulmer. Fulmer 1-0 during the playoffs so far. He struck out 7 batters in 7 innings pitched. Fulmer delivers to Ellsbury. Liner to left center field gets down for a base hit for Ellsbury. He's on at first with good speed for the second baseman, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich hitting .278 during the playoffs with a home run and 4 RBIs. Fulmer throws over to first, Ellsbury back. Checks the runner, delivers to Dietrich at the plate. Ellsbury's trying to steal second. He's in there safely. He's now in scoring position with nobody out for the second baseman, Dietrich. 1-0 the count. Liner back up the middle. Base hit for Dietrich. I'm all right. I'm in the playoffs. It's always good when you're in the playoffs. Of course, I'm not having a very good first inning here. The Pirates now have runners at first and third with nobody out for the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts hitting .435 during the playoffs with a couple RBIs. Fulmer checks the runners, Ellsbury and Dietrich, delivers to Bogaerts at the plate. Oh no. He walks Bogaerts and now the bases are loaded. He says he's perfectly fine. You don't look it. Bases loaded, nobody out in the inning. Oswaldo Arcia at the plate. Arcia hitting .261 during the playoffs with a couple RBIs. Fulmer checks the runners, delivers to Arcia. He hits him. Runner scores from third. And the bases are still loaded with nobody out for the left fielder, Curtis Granderson. Granderson hitting .316 during the playoffs so far with a home run and 7 RBIs. Fulmer checks the runner, delivers to Granderson at the plate. Ground ball to second base. Looks like a 4-5-3 double play. Run's going to score on the ground ball. Bogaerts moves up to third. Now there are 2 outs. Eric Hosmer, the batter. Hosmer hitting .111 with a home run and 3 RBIs during the playoffs. Fulmer checks the runner. Bogaerts delivers to Hosmer at the plate. Grounder down to third base. It's going to be an infield single for Hosmer. Runner Bogaerts scores. And the Pirates now lead 3-0 over the Reds here in the bottom of the first. 2 down now. Hosmer at first. Salvador Perez steps to the plate. Perez, the catcher, hitting .318 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball down to third base. Profar goes the short route to second. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the first. They score 3 runs. They lead the Reds 3-0 here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Not a good start. I guess I'll let Fulmer start at least one more inning. New pitcher for the Pirates, Paco Rodriguez. Rodriguez has no record on during the playoffs. A 20.25 ERA and 1 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the center fielder, Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .529 during the playoffs with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Rodriguez delivers. Liner back up the middle. Base hit. It looks like it was a ground ball. Regardless, base hit for Brinson. He's on at first base with nobody out for the first baseman, Jeimer Candelario. I was watching the Tigers play the other day, and I learned the correct way to pronounce his name. I thought it was Heimer, but he likes it pronounced Jeimer. And I believe he's okay with Candelario, but since he's Dominican, Candelario, or I don't know if he's Dominican or the woman, he might be of Dominican descent. Anyway, so we're going to call him Jeimer Candelario. Brinson at first, nobody out. Candelario at the plate. He takes strike 3 for the first out of the inning. 1 down, that brings Aaron Judge to the plate. Judge hitting .250 during the playoffs. He's 4 for 16. Rodriguez delivers. Judge draws a walk. Brinson moves up to second. The Reds have runners at first and second with one out for the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly hitting .300 during the playoffs. He's 3 for 10. Rodriguez delivers. Liner to left center field, gets down and back to the wall for Kelly. Brinson's going to score from second. Judge moves up to third. The Reds now have runners at second and third with one down for the pitcher, Michael Fulmer. Fulmer's 2 for 3 during the playoffs for a .667 average. You know, I don't know if Fulmer is going to get his stuff together next inning or not. Maybe I should pinch hit for him. Anyway, runners at second and third, one out in the inning.
Strike 3, you're out.
Rodriguez strikes out Fulmer for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. Simmons 5 for 14 during the playoffs with a home run and 3 RBIs. He has a .357 average. Ground ball down to third base. Robinson up with it, throws out Simmons at first, and the Reds go down here in the top of the second. They score a run. They've cut the Pirates' lead to 2. It's now 3-1 after 1.5. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the second, Drew Robinson. Robinson 4 for 17 during the playoffs with a RBI. Let's see, we'll get Stumpf back up again in case Fulmer.
Strike 3.
Fulmer strikes out Robinson for the first out of the inning, 1 down. That'll bring the pitcher, Paco Rodriguez, to the plate. It'll be his first at-bat during the playoffs. Ground ball back up the middle. Simmons up with it. Throws out Rodriguez at first for the second out of the inning, 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury steps to the plate. Ellsbury, the center fielder, 1 for 1 today. Ground ball past the shortstop and the center field for a base hit. Ellsbury will be on at first with good speed for the second baseman, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich got a base hit in the first inning as well. Ellsbury steals second. He'll be down there with 2 outs in scoring position for Dietrich. 3-2 the count to Dietrich. He grounds it to short. Simmons up with it, throws out at first, and the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the second. They lead the Reds 3-1 after 2. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm a little rough. A few days. All right. Ozzie Albies to lead off the top of the third for the Reds. He's 0 for 1. Rodriguez delivers to Albies. Ground ball down to third base. Robinson up with it, throws out Albies at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. Profar 0 for 1. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first with 1 down for the left fielder, Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 1. New pitcher for the Pirates, Joakim Soria. Soria 0-1 with a 13.50 ERA and 2 2/3 innings pitched during the playoffs. Profar down at first, Yelich at the plate. Soria delivers the 3-2 pitch to Yelich. Liner back up the middle, base hit for Yelich. Profar moves up to third on the play. The Reds now have runners at the corners with 1 out for the center fielder, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 1 on the day.
Strike 3, you're out.
Brinson strikes out for the second out of the inning, 2 down. That'll bring Jeimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 0 for 1.
Strike 3, you're out.
Soria strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds strand 2 runners. They fail to score here in the top of the third. They trail the Pirates 3-1 after 2.5 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates in the... Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the or bottom of the third. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm not quite here tonight. Xander Bogaerts leading off here in the bottom of the third for the Pirates. Bogaerts drew a walk earlier today. Or was he the one that hit by a pitch? Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws out Bogaerts at first for the first out of the inning. One down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia walked in a run in the first inning. Ground ball down to third base. Profar up with it. Throws out Arcia at first for the second out of the inning. Uh-oh. Everybody's getting hurt. Profar just hurt his back. Let's see. I'll put David Freese in at first base and move Jaimer Candelario to third. All right, 2 outs in the inning. Curtis Granderson stands in. The left fielder 0 for 1. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball to second. Albies gets a glove on it, but he's got nowhere to go. Granderson with an infield single. He's on at first base with 2 outs for the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 1 with an RBI. Ground ball down to second. Albies up with it. Throws out Hosmer at first. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the third. They lead the Reds 3-1 after 3 here at PNC Park. Aaron Judge stands in. The right fielder drew a walk in his first at-bat. Soria delivers. Strikes out Judge for the first out of the inning. One down. Carson Kelly steps to the plate. The catcher 1 for 1 with an RBI. Liner to deep right field. Arcia catches it for the second out of the inning. Good night, Al. I'm not having a good day here anyway. Thanks for watching. You too, Al. That'll bring Michael Fulmer to play. Fulmer 0 for 1. Soria strikes him out to end the inning. Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth. They trail the Pirates 3-1 after 3.5 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the fourth, Salvador Perez, the catcher 0 for 1. Fulmer plunks him. He's on at first base with nobody out for the third baseman, Drew Robinson. Robinson 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. 6-4-3 goes to double play. And there are now 2 outs in the inning for the pitcher, Joaquim Soria. This will be Soria's first at-bat during the playoffs. Fulmer strikes him out to end the inning. Pirates go down here in the bottom of the fourth. They fail to score, but they lead the Reds 3-1 in the first game of the National League Championship Series. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the fifth, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 0 for 1. Tapper back to the pitcher. Soria up with it, throws out Simmons at first for the first out of the inning. One down. Ozzie Albies stands in. The second baseman 0 for 2. Albies tries to get a bunt down. Soria up with it, throws out Albies at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring David Freese to the plate. Freese 2 for 11 during the playoffs so far for a 182 average. Tapper back to the mound. Soria throws out Freese at first, and the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the top of the fifth. They trail the Pirates by 2, 3-1 after 4.5. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the fifth, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Looper to short center field. Brinson in on it. Makes a catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Derek Dietrich steps to the plate. The second baseman 1 for 2. Man, Fulmer plunks him. He'll be on at first base with 1 out for the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 1. Deep fly ball to left field. Bogaerts got all that one. 2-run home run. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 5-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. He feels good. He really does. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stumpf. This will be Stumpf's first game during the playoffs. During the regular season, he was 2-0 with a 2.52 ERA. He struck out 39 batters in 50 innings pitched. He'll be facing Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0 for 1 with an RBI. Stumpf delivers to Arcia. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, throws out Arcia at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Now bring Curtis Granderson to the plate. Granderson 1 for 2, I'm sorry. High deep drive to right field. Granderson just took Stumpf deep. The Pirates now lead the Reds 6-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs in the inning. Eric Hosmer at the plate. Hosmer 1 for 2 with an RBI. Grounder back up the middle. Simmons up with it, throws out Hosmer at first. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 5th. They score 3 runs. They now lead the Reds 6-1. New pitcher for the Pirates, Chaz Rowe. Rowe's pitched 1 2/3 innings during the playoffs and is yet to give up a run. He struck out 2 batters. He was 4-0 during the regular season with a 3.38 ERA. He'll be facing the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 1 for 2. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer flips to Rowe, who covers, and Yelich is retired for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Lewis Brinson stands in. Brinson, the center fielder, 1 for 2. Ground ball down to third base. Robinson up with it, throws out Brinson at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jeimer Candelario stands in. Candelario now playing third base is 0 for 2 on the day. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first with 2 down for the right fielder Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 1 with a walk. Judge gets hit by the pitch. Candelario moves up to second. The Reds now have runners at first and second for the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 1 for 2 today with an RBI.
Strike 3.
Rowe strikes out Kelly to end the inning. The Reds strand 2 runners. They fail to score. They trail the Pirates 6-1 after 5.5 here in Pittsburgh. Now for the Pirates, the catcher Salvador Perez. Perez 0 for 1. Stumpf strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The third baseman Drew Robinson stands in. Robinson 0 for 2. Liner to left center field, gets down and back to the wall for a base hit for Robinson. He's into second easily with a double. And he'll be in scoring position for the pitcher's spot. Pinch hitting for Rowe, Ketel Marte. Marte 0 for 3 during the playoffs. New pitcher for the Reds, Coda Glover. This will be Coda Glover's debut during the playoffs. He was 1-0 during the regular season with a 3.28 ERA. He struck out 55 batters in 49 1/3 innings pitched. Robinson at second base, 1 out in the inning. Marte at the plate. Glover delivers the 3-1 pitch. I wonder what's happening here. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Simmons up with it, throws out Marte at first for the 2nd out of the inning. Robinson moves up to 3rd on the play. The Reds now have 2 outs in the inning, and Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. The center fielder 2 for 3. Glover delivers the 2-2 pitch. Looper to left field. Yelich sprints in and makes a sliding catch. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 6th. They strand a runner at 3rd. They fail to score. But they lead the Reds 6-1 after 6 full here in Pittsburgh. New pitcher for the Pirates, Matt Albers. Albers 1-0 on the playoffs and has yet to give up a run in 2/3 of an innings pitched. He'll be facing the pitcher spot. Pinch hitting for the Reds, Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2 during the playoffs. He had .268 during the regular season with 24 home runs and 67 RBIs. Albers delivers to Gonzalez. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer takes it to the bag himself. There's 1 down in the inning. That'll bring the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons 0 for 2 today. Liner through the left side of the infield, base hit for Simmons. He's on at first with 1 down for the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 3. Let's see, there could be a double play here. Ground ball down to second. 4-6. Throw to first is not in time. The Reds trade Simmons for Albies. He's down at first base now with 2 outs for the first baseman, David Freese. Freese 0 for 1. Albers throws over to first, picks off Albies. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the 7th. The Pirates lead them 6-1 after 6.5. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. This will be Holder's first game during the playoffs. He was 4-6 during the regular season with a 3.6 ERA. He struck out 80 batters in 75 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates' second baseman, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 1 for 2 today. Holder delivers to Dietrich. Deep drive to right field. Dietrich just took Holder deep. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 7-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Still nobody out in the inning. Xander Bogart steps to the plate. The shortstop 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run. Liner down to third. Jaimer Candelario picks it off for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Oswaldo Arcia steps to the plate. Arcia 0 for 2 with an RBI. Liner to right center field. Brinson's there to pick it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Curtis Granderson stands in. Granderson 2 for 3 with a home run. Ground ball to the shortstop on the right-hand side of the second base bag. Simmons up with it, throws out Granderson at first. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 7th. They score a run. They extend their lead to 6 over the Reds. It's 7-1 after 7 full here in Pittsburgh. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 8th, David Freese. Freese 0 for 1.
Strike 3.
He strikes out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Christian Yelich stands in. Yelich 1 for 3. Liner to right center field. Ellsbury makes a nice running catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Lewis Brinson stands in. Brinson 1 for 3. Looper to right field. Garcia makes the catch in the gap. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the 8th. They trail the Pirates 7-1 after 7.5 here in Pittsburgh. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th, Eric Hosmer, the first baseman, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Fly ball to center field. Lewis Brinson under it, puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The catcher Salvador Perez stands in. Perez 0 for 2. Looper to right center field. Brinson over. Makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Drew Robinson stands in. The third baseman 1 for 3. Another fly ball to right center field. Brinson makes the catch in the gap. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. They trail the Reds 7-1 after 8 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 9th, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 2 with a walk. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Second baseman Valera up with it. Throws out Candelario at first for the first out of the inning. New pitcher for the Pirates, Ryan Dull. Dull has 2 1/3 innings pitched during the playoffs. He's yet to give up a run. He has no record. He struck out 6 batters. He'll be facing the right fielder Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 1 with a couple walks.
Strike 3, you're out.
Dull strikes out Judge for the second out of the inning. 2 down. And the catcher Carson Kelly stands in. Kelly 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Hard hit ball down the left field line. That might be extra bases for Kelly. He's digging for second base. He's in there safely. He'll be in scoring position with 2 down for the pitcher spot. Jonathan Holder is going to be called back. They're going to send Brandon Moss to the plate to pinch hit. Moss 0 for 1 during the playoffs. Kelly out at second base, 2 outs in the inning. Liner to deep left field. Cranerson makes a jumping catch on the track. Moss is retired, and the Pirates win Game 1 of the NLCS 7-1 over the Cincinnati Reds. That was ugly from the very beginning. Fulmer looked like he got his stuff together after the first inning. I probably should have pulled him early. He pulled his pitcher after a third of an inning. He's out and the diagnosis is pending. So I guess we'll play Jeimer Candelario at third base. David Freese at first. Let's see. Ozzie Albies, Lewis Brinson, Christian Yelich, Aaron Judge, Jeimer Candelario, David Freese. Carson Kelly had a pretty good game. We're going to keep playing him. And pitching, we could start Tyler Skaggs. John Gray's ready as well. I think I'd rather start Tyler Skaggs. Welcome to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Pirates are hosting the Cincinnati Reds in the Game 2 of the NLCS. Pitching today for the Pirates, Joe Kelly. Kelly 1-0 during the playoffs with a 1.5 ERA and 6 innings pitched. He struck out 4 batters. He'll be facing the Red second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .273, 6 for 22 during the playoffs. Kelly delivers the 2-2 pitch to Albies.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes him out for the first out of the inning. One down, Lewis Brinson stands in. Brinson, the center fielder, hitting .476 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs during the playoffs. High deep drive to center field. Back on Ellsbury, he makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Christian Yelich stands in, the left fielder, 1 for 4 in the NLCS so far. High deep drive to left center field. And it's not coming back. It finds the seats. The Reds have taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first on the Christian Yelich solo home run. That'll bring the right fielder Aaron Judge to the plate. Judge 4 for 18, a .222 average during the playoffs. He has no RBIs so far.
Strike 3, you're out.
Kelly strikes him out to end the inning. But the Reds score a run. They take a 1-0 lead over the Pirates after a half inning here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the first, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury hitting .296 during the playoffs with 4 RBIs. He'll be facing the Reds pitcher Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs 2-0 with a 2.08 ERA in 13 innings pitched. He struck out 16 batters. Skaggs delivers to Ellsbury the 0-1 pitch. Ellsbury bunts. Frees up with it, throws to first, and retires Ellsbury for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The left fielder Curtis Granderson stands in. Granderson 8 for 23 for a .348 average during the playoffs. He has 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. Big shift on for Granderson. He puts a bunt down. Skaggs off the mound to field it, throws out Granderson at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down, Xander Bogaerts stands in, the shortstop, hitting .423 during the playoffs with a home run and 4 RBIs. Bounder to the left side of the infield, base hit for Bogaerts. He's on at first base with 2 down for the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia hitting .231 for the playoffs with 3 RBIs. Skaggs throws over, Bogaerts back. Skaggs checks a runner, delivers to Arcia at the plate. Fly ball to left center field. Yelich over. Makes a catch, and the Pirates are retired in the bottom of the first. They trail the Reds 1-0 after 1 here in Pittsburgh. Leading off the Reds in the top of the second, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario hitting .105 during the playoffs with a home run and 3 RBIs. Kelly delivers the 3-0 pitch. Ground ball down to third base. Dietrich up with it, throws to first, but Candelario was hustling down the line, beats out an infield single. He'll be on at first with nobody out for the first baseman David Freese. Freese 2 for 13 during the playoffs for a .154 average. Kelly strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Carson Kelly stands in, the catcher hitting .357 with an RBI during the playoffs. Ground ball down to third base. It goes 5-4-3, the double play. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the second. They fail to score, but they lead the Pirates 1-0 after an inning and a half. Leading off the Pirates in the bottom of the second, Salvador Perez. Perez hitting .280 during the playoffs with a home run and 3 RBIs. High deep drive to center field. Brinson makes a catch just short of the wall for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Derek Dietrich stands in, the third baseman, hitting .333 in the playoffs with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Hard ground ball down to first. Frees up with it, takes the bag himself. Dietrich's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Eric Hosmer stands in, the first baseman, hitting .136 with a home run and 4 RBIs during the playoffs. Ground ball to the shortstop on the right-hand side of the second base bag. Simmons up with it. Throws out Hosmer at first. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. They trail the Reds 1-0 after 2 full here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the third, the pitcher Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs 0 for 3 during the playoffs with an RBI. Ground ball down to third base. Dietrich up with it, throws out Skaggs at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The shortstop, Andrelton Simmons, stands in. Simmons hitting .353 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Bounding ball through the left side of the infield. Base hit for Simmons. He's on at first base with 1 out for the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 1 today. They put the hit and run on for Albies. He pops it up on the infield. Hosmer under it, makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down, the center fielder Lewis Brinson stands in. Brinson 0 for 1. Hard ground ball down to third base. Dietrich gets a glove on it, but he's got no play. Brinson hustling down the line, gets an infield single. Moving up to second, Simmons. Reds now have runners at first and second with 2 outs for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 1 for 1 today with a solo home run. Looper to left field. Oh, nice play by Granderson. He stole a base hit and an RBI from Yelich. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the third. They strand 2 runners, fail to score, but they lead the Pirates 1-0 after 2.5. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the third, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 4 during the playoffs. Skaggs strikes him out for the first out of the inning, 1 down. The pitcher Joe Kelly stands in. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI during the playoffs. Seeing eye single through the left side of the infield for Kelly. He's on at first base with 1 down for the center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 0 for 1 today. Liner right center field. Judge over. Makes a sliding catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Marquena stands in. Kelly at first base. 2 outs in the inning. Skaggs delivers to Kana. Ground ball to second. Albies ranges over to his left to make the play. Throws out Kana at first for the last out here in the bottom of the third. And the Pirates are retired. They trail the Reds 1-0 after 3 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the fourth, Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 1. Ground ball down to third base. Dietrich throws it away. Let's see. The error is on Dietrich. Hosmer couldn't come up with it at first. Judge moves up to second on the error. He'll be there at scoring position with nobody out for the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 1 today. High deep drive to right field. And it's not coming back. Candelario's hit a 2-run home run here in the top of the fourth to put the Reds up 3-0 over the Pirates in Game 2 of the NLCS. 2-run jack by Candelario. Still nobody out in the inning. David Freese steps to the plate. Freese 0 for 1 today. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Freese. He'll be on at first for the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 1.
Strike 3, you're out.
Joe Kelly strikes out Carson Kelly for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings the pitcher, Tyler Skaggs, to the plate. Skaggs 0 for 1 today. He's going to be called on to bunt here. He gets 1 down. The play is to first base. Freese moves up to second on the play. Skaggs with a successful sacrifice bunt. There are 2 outs in the inning. Freese at second base. The shortstop, Andrelton Simmons, at the plate. Simmons 1 for 1 today. Hard hit ball to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Simmons. Freese is rounding third. He's trying to score. Kana throws it in from Left field. And Freeze slides in under the tag safely. The Reds now lead at 4-0 here in the top of the 4th. Simmons moves up to second on the third of the plate. He's in scoring position for the leadoff hitter, Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 2. 2 outs. Kelly delivers to Albies. Looper to left field. Kana in on it. Puts it away for the last out here in the top of the 4th. But the Reds score 3 runs. They now lead the Pirates 4-0 after 3.5 at PNC Park. Xander Bogaerts to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Pirates. The shortstop's 1 for 1 today. Skaggs strikes him out to lead off the inning. 1 down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in, the right fielder 0 for 1. Hard hit ball down to first base. Freeze up with it, flips to Skaggs who covers. 2 outs now. The catcher Salvador Perez steps to the plate. Perez 0 for 1.
Strike 3.
And Skaggs strikes him out to end the inning. Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th. They trail the Reds 4-0 after 4 here at PNC Park. Leading off the Reds in the top of the 5th, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 2. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts up with it, throws out Brinson at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The left fielder Christian Yelich stands in. Yelich 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Liner through the left side of the infield. Base hit for Yelich. He hustles into second with a double. Oh, wait. I don't know if they gave him an error on that play. They do have 2 errors. Yelich is in scoring position with 1 out for the right fielder Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 2.
Strike 3, you're out.
Kelly strikes out Judge for the second out of the inning. 2 down. John Mercandelario stands in. The third baseman 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Liner back up the middle. Base hit for Candelario. Yelich is going to score on the play. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 5-0 here in the top of the 5th. New pitcher for the Pirates, Chaz Rowe. Rowe's yet to give up a run in 2 2/3 innings during the playoffs. He struck out 3 batters. He'll be facing the first baseman, David Freeze. Freeze 1 for 2. Candelario first, 2 outs in the inning. Rowe delivers to Freeze. Top ground ball to short. Bogaerts up with it, throws out Freeze at first, and the Reds are retired here in the top of the 5th. But they lead the Pirates 5-0 after 4.5 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 5th, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 0 for 1. Skaggs delivers. He plunks Dietrich. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. 4-6-3 goes the double play. Albies to Simmons. To Freeze. There are now 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring Franklin Barreto to the plate. Barreto 0 for 1. Skaggs strikes him out to end the inning. Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 5th. They trail the Reds 5-0 in Game 2 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 6th, Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts throws out Kelly at first for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Tyler Skaggs to the plate. Skaggs 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Rose strikes out Skaggs for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons stands in. The shortstop 2 for 2 with an RBI. Hard hit ball past the second baseman into right field for a base hit for Simmons. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 3. Hard hit ball down to third base. Dietrich takes the short route to second, and Simmons is retired. The Reds go down in the top of the 6th. They fail to score, but But they lead the Pirates 5-0 here after 5.5 in Game 2 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates is a pitcher's spot. They'll pinch hit with Breivik Valera. Valera 0 for 1 during the playoffs. Skaggs delivers to Valera. Liner to center field, gets down for a base hit. He'll be on at first with nobody out for the center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 0 for 2. Activity starts in the Reds bullpen. Dan Altavilla is getting loose. Skaggs throws to first. Valera back. Checks to runner, delivers to Ellsbury at the plate. Ground ball down to first base. Freeze gets a glove on it. He tries to get it to Skaggs covering, but it's not in time. Ellsbury with an infield single. Pirates now have runners at first and second with nobody out for the left fielder Mark Cana. Cana 0 for 1. Skaggs strikes out Cana for the first out of the inning. One down, the shortstop Xander Bogaerts stands in. Bogaerts 1 for 2. Ground ball down to first. Freeze goes to second. No return throw from Simmons. 2 outs in the inning now. Pirates have runners at the corners with 2 out for the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0 for 2. Ground ball to first. Freeze flips to Skaggs, who covers. And they finally get somebody out at first base. The Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 6th. They threaten. Strand 2 runners fail to score. They trail the Reds 5-0 after 6 full in the NLCS Game 2. Let's see how many pitches Skaggs has. 77. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 7th, the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 3 today. He'll be facing a new pitcher, Ryan Dull. Dull's yet to give up a run in 3 innings during the playoffs. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts throws to first, but it's not in time. Brinson hustling down the line gets an infield hit. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 2 for 3 today with a solo home run. Dull strikes out Yelich for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Aaron Judge stands in, the right fielder 0 for 3. Looper to right field. RCA in on it. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down, Jeimer Candelario stands in. The third baseman, a perfect 3 for 3 on the day with a home run and 3 RBIs. Dull strikes him out to end the inning. Reds stranded a runner. They fail to score here in the top of the 7th. But they lead the Pirates 5-0 after 6.5 in Game 2 of the NLCS. A moment of silence and deference to take me out to the ball game. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th, the catcher Salvador Perez. Perez 0 for 2. Oh, got the wrong pitcher up in the bullpen. Skaggs delivers to Perez. Ground ball down to first. Freeze takes it to the bag himself for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Third baseman Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich 0 for 1. Skaggs strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Eric Hosmer stands in. The first baseman 0 for 2. Big shift on for Hosmer. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Candelario up with it. Throws out Hosmer at first. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th. They still trail the Reds 5-0 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 8th, David Freese, the first baseman, 1 for 3. High, deep drive to left field. It's not coming back. Solo home run for Freeze. Reds now lead the Pirates 6-0 here in the top of the 8th of Game 2 of the NLCS. That'll bring the catcher Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly 0 for 3. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the pitcher spot, Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs is pitching really well. He only has 88 pitches. We'll just put the bunt down. We'll let him pitch the next inning. Skaggs tries to get a bunt down here. Plays to first base. Kelly moves up to second on the play. Reds now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the shortstop Andrelton Simmons. Simmons a perfect 3 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Dull strikes out Simmons for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The second baseman, Ozzie Albies, stands in. Albies 0 for 4.
Strike 3, you're out.
Dull strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds threaten. They get a runner in scoring position, but they strand him. They lead the Pirates. Oh, they also score a run on the Freeze solo home run. They extend their lead to 6. They lead the Pirates 6-0 after 7.5 here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 2. Skaggs delivers. Strikes out Barreto for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That'll bring the pitcher's spot up. The Pirates will pinch hit with Ketel Marte. Marte 0 for 4 during the playoffs. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws out Marte at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring the center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury to the plate. Ellsbury 1 for 3. Skaggs delivers. Strikes out Ellsbury to end the bottom of the 8th. Pirates go down 1-2-3. They still trail the Reds 6-0 after 8 full here at PNC Park. New pitcher for the Pirates, John Axford. Axford, with no record in a 2.45 ERA in 3 2/3 innings during the playoffs. He'll be facing Lewis Brinson, the center fielder, 2 for 4 today. 0-2 pitch to Brinson. Ground ball to short. Bogarts makes a routine play to first. Brinson's retired for the first out of the inning. 1 down, then they'll bring the left fielder Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich 2 for 4 today with a solo home run. Hard hit ball to right field. Base hit for Yelich. He's on at first base with 1 down for the right fielder Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 4 today. High fly ball to right field. Arcia under it makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring the third baseman Jeimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 3 for 4 today with a home run and 3 RBIs. Axford strikes him out to end the inning. Reds strand a runner. They fail to score, but they lead the Pirates 6-0 after 8.5 and here in Game 2 of the NLCS. They're going to let Skaggs try to finish this game up. He already has 100 pitches. He'll be facing the Pirates left fielder Mark Canha. Canha 0 for 2. They have Wall warming in the bullpen just in case. Skaggs delivers the 2-2 pitch to Canha. Strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down, they'll bring the shortstop Xander Bogaerts to the plate. Bogaerts 1 for 3. Skaggs delivers. Liner to right field, base hit for Bogaerts. He'll be on at first base with 1 down for the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0 for 3. Well, it's telling me Skaggs is tired. I'll make this his last batter. Skaggs delivers the 1-point pitch to Arcia. Ground ball to second base. It goes 4-6-3. They turn the double play, and the Reds win Game 2 of the NLCS here in Pittsburgh. They tie it up. It's now 1-1. Going back to Cincinnati. Oh, nice start by Skaggs. It was a big enough cushion. I wanted to let him go ahead and try to pitch the complete game. 9 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. Shutout ball. And the Texas Rangers Tampa Bay Rays series is tied 1-1 as well. Strained back, substantial effect for Jurickson Profar. Let's see, it'll tell you influences hitting minimal, running moderate, throwing minimal. I could play him if I want to, but I've got other good players. I can maybe use him to pinch hit. I don't see any reason to put him in the lineup. He's actually only got 3 more days. So if we go back to Pittsburgh, he'll be at full health. We'll go ahead and play this game at Pittsburgh. Like I said, I guess it was in the last video. It said Syndergaard wasn't going to start until Game 4, but he's ready now. Let's see, we could start Daniel Norris. Who else is ready? You know, I might sneak John Gray in. Norris didn't really... He had a bad start at the end of the season. Had a good start versus Washington, though. Pirates haven't fared as well versus left-handed pitching, so okay, I'll go ahead and start Norris then. Sounds like a plan. We'll start Daniel Norris here. We'll have Candelario play third base. We'll have David Freese play first. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm going to go ahead and play Adrian Gonzalez instead. It is Noah Syndergaard. He's a left-handed batter. Let me see what Syndergaard's splits are. He's going to have a lot better chance to hit, even though he's not hitting particularly well with runners in scoring position. I'll just bat him down in the lineup. Let's see. Kelly didn't have a terrific game last game. I'm going to keep playing him, though. I could play, let's see, I could play Mark Payton in right instead of Judge. I'm guessing, we'll do this. Ozzie Albies has not been hitting very well here in the playoffs so far. We might do this instead. How about that? We'll get more left-handers in the lineup. We'll rest Judge. I don't think Judge is probably not going to hit very well against Syndergaard anyway. And we'll start Daniel Norris. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting Game 3 of the National League Championship Series versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Starting today for the Reds, Daniel Norris. Norris with 8 innings pitched so far during the playoffs with a 1.13 ERA, struck out 7 batters. Has no record so far. He'll be facing the Pirates center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury hitting .290 during the playoffs with 4 RBIs. Norris delivers the 2-0 pitch to Ellsbury. Hard hit ball to the right side of the infield, base hit for Ellsbury. He's on at first with good speed for the left fielder Mark Canha. Canha 0 for 5 during the playoffs. Norris throws over to first. Ellsbury back. There's a pitch out. Ellsbury's not going anywhere. Checks a runner, delivers to Canha at the plate. Walks Canha. Pirates now have runners at first and second with nobody out for the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Oh boy. Not a very good beginning of the game for the Reds here. Ellsbury at second, Canha at first. Nobody out in the inning. Bogaerts at the plate. Bogaerts hitting .433 during the playoffs with a home run and 4 RBIs. Norris delivers the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario throws it away. The Pirates now have the bases loaded on the error. Ellsbury at third, Canha at second, Bogaerts at first. Oswaldo Arcia at the plate, the right fielder, hitting .200 during the playoffs with 3 RBIs. Norris delivers to Arcia, strikes him out for the first out of the inning. One down, that brings the catcher Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez hitting .250 during the playoffs with a home run and 3 RBIs. Norris checks the runner, delivers to Perez. Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Perez. 2 runs are going to score on the play. And the Pirates have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Still only 1 out in the inning. That'll bring the third baseman Derek Dietrich to the plate. Dietrich hitting .304 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs during the playoffs. Hit past the second baseman in center field. Bogaerts scores from second. Pirates now lead 3-0. That'll bring the first baseman Eric Hosmer to the plate. Hosmer hitting .120 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Feels great. Norris delivers to Hosmer. Pop up on the infield. Infield fly rule called. Candelario puts it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Franklin Barreto stands in. The second baseman 0 for 7 during the playoffs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws out Barreto at first. And the Pirates are finally retired here in the top of the first, but they score 3 runs. They lead the Reds 3-0 after a half inning here in Cincinnati. Pitching today for the Pirates, Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard with no record during the playoffs so far and an 18 ERA and 4 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds right fielder Mark Payton. Be his first at-bat during the playoffs. Syndergaard delivers the 3-1 pitch. Ground ball through the right side of the infield, base hit for Payton. He's on at first base with nobody out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .462 during the playoffs with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Peyton gets the green light to try to steal second. He's thrown out. Now 1 out in the inning. Brinson at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Liner to left center field. Kana makes a catch deep in the gap for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring the left fielder Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich hitting .444 during the playoffs with a home run. Liner to right center field gets down for a base hit for Yelich. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario hitting .208 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Yelich takes off for second base. He's in there safely. He's now in scoring position with 2 outs for Candelario. Syndergaard strikes out Candelario to end the inning. Reds strand a runner in scoring position. They fail to score. They trail the Pirates 3-0 after 1 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off the top of the second for the Pirates, Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard 0 for 1 during the playoffs. Norris strikes him out for the first out of the inning, 1 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in, the center fielder, 1 for 1 today. Liner back up the middle, base hit for Ellsbury. He's on at first base with 1 down for the left fielder, Mark Kana. Kana drew a walk in his first at-bat. Oh, no. He draws a walk here. Pirates now have runners at first and second with 1 down in the inning for the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 1. Hard hit ball past the shortstop into center field. Throw home is offline. Ellsbury's able to score. Runners move up to second and third on the play, and the Pirates now lead the Reds 4-0 here in the top of the second. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stump. Stump with 1 inning pitched during the playoffs. He has a 9 ERA, struck out 1 batter. He'll be facing Arciev, the right fielder, 0 for 1. Runners at second and third. Only 1 out in the inning.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out Arciev for the second out of the inning, 2 down. Brings Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez 1 for 1 today with a couple RBIs. Let's see, he's got a lefty coming up next. Perez draws a walk. The bases are now full of Pirates for the third baseman, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 1 for 1 today with an RBI. Stump delivers. Ground ball past the first baseman into right field. That's going to clear the bases. Dietrich with a 3-run double. The Pirates now lead the Reds 7-0 here in the top of the second. Bring Eric Hosmer to the plate. Hosmer 0 for 1. Ground ball down to third. Candelario playing shortstop. Throws out Hosmer at first. The Pirates are retired here in the top of the second. They score 4 runs. They lead the Reds 7-0 after 1.5 in Game 3 of the NLCS. Adrian Gonzalez to lead off the bottom of the second for the Reds. He's 0 for 3 during the playoffs. Syndergaard delivers. The 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball past the first baseman in the right field. Base hit for Gonzalez. He's on at first with nobody out for the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons hitting .429 during the playoffs with 1 home run and 4 RBIs. High fly ball to left center field. Ellsbury over, makes a catch for the first out of the inning. One down, Gonzalez still down at first base. The catcher, Carson Kelly, steps to the plate. Kelly hitting .294 with an RBI during the playoffs.
Strike 3.
Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. I'll bring the pitcher spot, Daniel Stump, to the plate. Pinch hit with Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 2 during the playoffs. Syndergaard delivers the 1-2 pitch, strikes out Moss to end the inning. Reds strand a runner. They fail to score here in the bottom of the second. They trail the Pirates 7-0 in Game 3 of the NLCS. New pitcher for the Reds, Coda Glover. No record during the playoffs. Has yet to give up a run in 2/3 of an innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates second baseman, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 1. Liner to right field. Peyton makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That'll bring the pitcher Noah Syndergaard to the plate. Syndergaard 0 for 1. High deep drive to right field. Syndergaard just took Glover deep. And the Pirates lead the Reds 8-0 here in the top of the third. Still only 1 out in the inning. Jacoby Ellsbury steps to the plate. Ellsbury a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, throws out Ellsbury first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Mark Canha stands in. Canha 0 for 5 during the playoffs, but he's drawn a couple walks today. High fly ball to left center field. Over and under it, Christian Yelich. He makes a catch. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the third. They score another run. They extend their lead to 8. It's 8-0 after 2.5 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the third, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. He drew a walk in the first inning. Grounder through the right side of the infield, base hit for Albies. He's on at first base with nobody out for the right fielder, Mark Payton. Payton 1 for 1 today. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer throws on to second to cut down Albies. No return throw to first. Payton safe. 1 out in the inning. Lewis Brinson stands in at the plate. Brinson, the center fielder, 0 for 1.
Strike 3.
Syndergaard strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Christian Yelich stands in, the left fielder, 1 for 1 today. Top ground ball back to the mound. Syndergaard fields it cleanly, throws out Yelich at first, and the Reds are retired in the bottom of the third. They trail the Pirates 8-0 after 3 full here at Great American Ballpark. Xander Bogaerts to lead off the top of the fourth for the Pirates. He's 1 for 2 today. Liner to left field, gets down and back close to the wall for Bogaerts. He's into second easily with a double. And the Pirates have a runner in scoring position with nobody out for the right fielder, Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0 for 2. It just shows me my bullpen here. Fulmer won't be able to start again until probably Game 5. Bogaerts at second, nobody out. Arcia at the plate. Liner past the third baseman into left field. Base hit for Arcia. The Pirates now lead 9-0 after Bogart scores on the RBI single. Still nobody out in the inning. Arcia at first. Salvador Perez at the plate. Perez 1 for 1 today with 2 RBIs and a walk. Looper to right field. Base hit for Perez. Pirates now have runners at the corners with nobody out. And Derek Dietrich stands in. The third baseman 2 for 2 today with 4 RBIs. Had a base clearing double with the bases loaded in his last at-bat. Glover checks the runner, delivers to Dietrich at the plate. Liner to deep right field. Gets back and off the wall. Pirates score another run. They now lead the Reds 10-0 here in the top of the 4th. Runners at second and third, nobody out. At this point, I might as well just let Glover pitch. I'm not gonna blow anybody else in the bullpen. I've still got 2 more days, or 2 more games and 2 more days here. I'm gonna let Glover eat it. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Eric Hosmer at the plate. Hosmer 0 for 2. Glover walks Hosmer, and the bases are loaded for the second baseman, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 2. Ground ball down to third. Candelario throws over to first to retire Barreto for the first out of the inning. 1 down now. Runners at second and third. The pitcher, Noah Syndergaard, at the plate. Syndergaard 1 for 2 today with a solo home run. Glover's going to eat it.
Strike 3.
Glover strikes out Syndergaard for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Ellsbury 2 for 3. Liner back up the middle. Base hit for Ellsbury. 2 runs, at 1 run scores. And Hosmer is in safely with the second run. Pirates now lead 13-0 over the Reds. Ellsbury at first. Mark Kane at the plate. Kane 0 for 1 with a couple walks. Did he just try to steal? He just stole. He stole base, and they're up 13-0. Oh, boy. Two down, Xander Bogaerts stands in. Bogaerts 2 for 3. Ground ball to second base. And mercifully, the top of the 4th inning is over here at Great American Ballpark. The Pirates score 5 runs. They now lead the Reds 13-0 after 3.5 in Game 3 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 4th, Heimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 1. Syndergaard strikes him out for the first out inning, 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez stands in, the first baseman, 1 for 1. Syndergaard strikes him out for the second out inning, 2 down. Andrelton Simmons stands in, the shortstop 0 for 1. Syndergaard strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 4th. Reds go down 1-2-3. They trail the Pirates 13-0 after 4. Oswaldo Arcia to lead off the top of the 5th for the Pirates. He's 1 for 3. Glover strikes him out for the first out inning, 1 down. Salvador Perez stands in. Perez 2 for 2 today with a couple RBIs. Look at this. Glover's found his second win. 2 outs in the inning now. Derek Dietrich stands in. The third baseman, a perfect 3 for 3 on the day with 5 RBIs. Pop up on the infield. Albies puts it away, and the Pirates are retired here in the top of the 5th. 1-2-3. But they still lead the Reds 13-0 after 4.5 here at Great American Ballpark. Carson Kelly to lead off the bottom of the 5th of the Reds. The catcher 0 for 1. Syndergaard strikes him out for the first out of the inning, 1 down. Cody Glover stands in. Liner to deep left field. Kana makes a nice catch in foul territory to retire Glover for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies stands in. The second baseman 1 for 1 today. Ground ball down to third. Dietrich up with it. Throws out Albies at first. And the Reds are retired 1-2-3 in their half of the fifth. They trail the Pirates 13-0 in Game 3 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates here in the top of the sixth, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 2. Glover delivers. Looper to right center field gets down for a base hit for Hosmer. He's on at first with nobody out for the second baseman, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 3. High deep drive to left field. 2-run home run for Barreto. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 15-0. That'll bring the pitcher Noah Syndergaard to the plate. Syndergaard 1 for 3 today with a home run. Ground ball down to first base. Gonzalez up with it, tosses to Glover, who covers. Syndergaard's retired. There's 1 out in the inning. That brings Jacoby Ellsbury to the plate. Ellsbury 3 for 4 today with a couple of RBIs. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with 1 down for the left fielder, Mark Kana. Kana 0 for 1 with a couple walks. Liner to right. Payton makes a nice catch. Deep in right field for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, stands in. Bogaerts 2 for 4 today with an RBI. Liner to left field. Sharp ground ball to left field. Base hit for Bogaerts. Pirates now have runners at first and second with 2 down for the right fielder, Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 1 for 4. Wild pitch. And the Pirates now have runners at second and third with 2 outs. Glover delivers to Arcia. High fly ball to center field. Brinson under it. Makes the catch. And the top of the sixth is over for the Pirates. They score 2 more runs. They now lead the Reds 15-0 after 5.5 at Great American Ballpark. All right, I think that's probably it for Glover. We'll have we'll have Jonathan Holder pitch the rest of the game. Leading off the Reds in the bottom of the sixth, Mark Payton. Payton 1 for 2 today. Ground ball to second. Barreto up with it, throws out Payton at first for the first out of the inning, 1 down. Lewis Brinson stands in, the center fielder 0 for 2. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Brinson. He'll be on at first base with 1 down for the left fielder, Christian Yelich. Yelich 1 for 2 today. High deep drive to right center field. It's not coming back, and Yelich has hit a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That cuts the Pirate lead to 13. And the Reds now trail them 15-2. Jeimer Candelario stands in for the Reds. The third baseman 0 for 2. Syndergaard delivers. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer takes it to the bag himself. Candelario is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Adrian Gonzalez stands in, the first baseman 1 for 2. Looper to left field. Coming in on a Kana. He makes the catch. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the 6th. They score 2 runs. They now trail the Pirates 15-2 after 6 here in Game 3 of the NLCS. Okay. I guess I'll make a double switch here since I intend to pitch Holder for a while. We'll get Holder into the game. And Adrian Gonzalez. Position. And we'll have David Freese come in and play first base. All right, new pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. Holder without a record during the playoffs. He has a 4.5 ERA and 2 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pittsburgh catcher Salvador Perez. Perez 2 for 3 today with a couple RBIs. Taking over at first base and batting in the pitcher spot, David Freese. Liner to left center field, gets down for a base hit for Perez. He's on at first base with nobody out for the pinch hitter Kettle Marte. Marte 0 for 5 during the playoffs. Why on earth would you pinch hit? Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Marte. The Pirates will now have runners at first and second with nobody out for the first baseman Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 3. Hard hit ball to second. Was that a 4-5-3 double play? 2 outs in the inning. Moving up to third is Perez. He'll be down there with 2 outs for the second baseman Franklin Barreto. Barreto 1 for 4 today with a home run and 3 RBIs. Top ground ball back to the mound. Holder jumps off the mound to field it, throws to first. Barreto's retired. And the Pirates strand a runner here in the 7th. They lead the Reds 15-2 after 6.5. Nothing like rocking out to take me out to the ball game when you're down 15-2 in Game 3 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 7th, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons, the shortstop, 0 for 2. Syndergaard delivers. Looper to right center field. Ellsbury in on it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Carson Kelly stands in. The catcher 0 for 2. Hard hit ball to short. Barreto's playing short now. You got Bogarts playing third. What are they doing here? Maybe they're giving me a chance to get back in by playing a weaker defense. 2 down in the inning. David Freese at the plate. The first baseman hitting .235 during the playoffs with a home run. Hard hit ball down to first. Hosmer up with it. Takes to the bag himself. And the Reds are retired 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail the Pirates 15-2. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 8th, Noah Syndergaard. The pitcher is 1 for 4 today with a solo home run.
Strike 3.
Holder strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. The center fielder 3 for 4 with a couple RBIs. And Ellsbury just took Holder deep. Pirates now lead 16-2. One out. Left fielder Mark Canha stands in. Canha 0 for 2 with a couple walks. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws it to Freese at first, and Canha's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Xander Bogaerts stands in. Bogaerts 3 for 5 today with an RBI. Oh, liner to deep left field. Yelich back. Oh, he makes the catch just short of the track. Bogaerts is retired. And the Pirates go down here in the top of the 8th. They score a run. They now lead the Reds 16-2 after 7.5 here in Game 3 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 8th, Ozzie Albies. Albies 1 for 2 today. Hard hit ball back up the middle off of Syndergaard. Oh, and they get the out at first base. Marte throws out Albies at first. My luck. 1 down in the inning. Mark Payton steps to the plate. The right fielder 1 for 3.
Strike 3. You're out.
Syndergaard strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Lewis Brinson stands in. The center fielder 1 for 3. And Syndergaard strikes him out to end the inning. Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. They trail the Pirates 16-2. Oswaldo Arcia to lead off the top of the 9th for the Pirates. Arcia 1 for 5 today with an RBI. Ground ball to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws out Arcia at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That'll bring the catcher Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez 3 for 4 today with a couple RBIs. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Past the second baseman in the center field for a base hit. Perez will be on at first with 1 down for the pinch hitter Hector Sanchez. Sanchez 2 for 4 during the playoffs. Holder delivers to Sanchez. Fly ball to left field. Yelich under it makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The Reds will now face a pinch hitter in Drew Robinson. Robinson hitting .238 during the playoffs with an RBI. He's 5 for 21. Holder delivers to Robinson at the plate. Liner to center field. Brinson over to make the catch. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the 9th. They lead the Reds 16-2 after 8.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 9th, Christian Yelich. The left fielder's 2 for 3 today with a home run and 2 RBIs. Weak pop-up in foul territory on the right side of the infield. Robinson under it makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jeimer Candelario stands in. The third baseman 0 for 3. Ground ball to second. Valera up with it. Throws out Candelario first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings up the pitcher spot and Jonathan Holder. I guess I ought to go ahead and pinch hit for him. Let's get Albert Almora in at bat. Pinch hitter for the Reds, Albert Almora. He's 3 for 11 during the playoffs for a .273 average. Syndergaard delivers the 2-2 pitch. Strikes out Almora to mercifully end Game 3 of the NLCS. Reds lose 16-2. Wow, I couldn't get Norris out of the game fast enough. It may have seemed stupid to leave Glover in. I guess, I should have been holding out hope I could have come back. But I want, if any of these games are close later on, I want fresh pitchers. Glover is not somebody I'd use in high leverage situations. Holder, I'd be less likely to use Holder as well. So I use them. And now I've still got Edwin Diaz, Felipe Rivero, and Dan Altavilla ready in case I have a close game in Game 4. So we're going to fish today, and we're going to see if we can win the game today. Let me see. I'm going to have to start John Gray. It's not... That's not too bad, considering Gray's been pitching pretty well lately. He's got a left-handed pitcher pitching today in Patrick Corbin. Let's look at his batting splits. Basically, everybody's hitting him. Left or right-handed, so I can just play my best players. Brinson, Judge, Freeze, Candelario, Kelly. That actually looks like a pretty decent lineup. Welcome to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting Game 4 of the NLCS versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pitching today for the Reds, John Gray. He's making his playoff debut this year. He was 5-6 during the regular season with a 4.68 ERA. He struck out 92 batters in 92 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury hitting .361 with a home run and 7 RBIs during the playoffs. 2-2 pitch to Ellsbury. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws to Freese at first, and Ellsbury's retired for the first out of the inning. One down, the second baseman Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich hitting .370 during the playoffs with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs.
Strike 3.
Gray strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The shortstop Xander Bogaerts stands in. Bogaerts hitting .444 with a home run and 5 RBIs during the playoffs. Liner to right field. Judge makes a nice diving catch out there to retire Bogaerts, and the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in their half of the first inning. No score in Great American Ballpark. Ozzie Albies to lead off the bottom of the first for the Reds. Albies hitting .233, 7 for 30 during the playoffs. He'll be facing Patrick Corbin. Corbin 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA. He struck out 5 batters in 5 innings pitched so far during the playoffs. He delivers to Albies. Top ground ball to second. Dietrich up with it, throws out Albies at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Christian Yelich stands in. Yelich hitting .462 with a couple home runs and 3 RBIs so far in the playoffs. Corbin strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down, Lewis Brinson stands in. Brinson, the owner of a .433 average with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs so far in this playoff season. Fly ball to right field. Arcia under it, makes the catch. Brinson's retired. The Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. No score at Great American Ballpark after 1. Oswaldo Arcia to lead off the top of the second for the Pirates. He's hitting .194 with 4 RBIs during the playoffs. Big shift on for Arcia. Fly ball to left field, in on Yelich. Makes a nice running catch. Close to the foul line there for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Mark Canha stands in. Canha 0 for 8 during the playoffs, but he's drawn several walks. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws out Canha at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down, Eric Hosmer stands in. Hosmer 4 for 29 during the playoffs for a .138 average. He does have a home run and 4 RBIs though. Big shift on for Hosmer. Gray strikes him out to end the inning. Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. No score after an inning and a half here at Great American Ballpark. Right fielder Aaron Judge to lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the second. Judge hitting .174, 4 for 23 during the playoffs. Soft fly ball to center field. Ellsbury under it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, David Freese stands in. Freese 4 for 18 for a .222 average during the playoffs. He has a home run and an RBI. Liner to left center field, gets down and back to the wall for Freese. He's digging for second, slides in safely with a double. He'll be in scoring position with 1 out for the third baseman Heimer Candelario. Candelario 5 for 28 during the playoffs for a .179 average. He has 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Freese out at second. Corbin delivers the 3-1 pitch to Candelario. He draws a walk. He'll be on at first base for the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly 5 for 20 during the playoff season. For a .250 average, he has an RBI. One out in the inning. Freeze at second. Candelario at first. Corbin delivers the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Kelly. Freeze scores from second. Candelario's digging for third, but he's thrown out by Arcia. There are now 2 outs in the inning. The Reds have taken a 1-0 lead on the Carson Kelly RBI single. Kelly down at first base. John Gray at the plate. This will be Gray's first at-bat during the playoffs. Ground ball to third base. Robinson takes a short route to second. He throws out Kelly, and the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the second. They score a run, though. They lead the Pirates 1-0 after 2 here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off the top of the third for the Pirates, Salvador Perez. Perez 11 for 33 during the series, or during the postseason, for a .333 average. He's hit a home run and has 5 RBIs. Fly ball to right field. Judge over makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring the third baseman Drew Robinson to the plate. Robinson 5 for 22 during the playoffs for a .227 average. He has an RBI.
Strike 3.
Gray strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Patrick Corbin stands in. He's 0 for 2 during the postseason. Gray delivers.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Corbin to end the inning. Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. They trail the Reds 1-0 after 2.5 here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Reds, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 9 for 24 during the postseason with a home run and 4 RBIs. He has a .375 average. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Bogarts gets a glove on it, but he has no play at first. Simmons with an infield single. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 1 today. Let's see. Oh, Corbin's a lefty and he has a very good ability to hold runners, and Salvador Perez has an excellent arm, so I'm not gonna do anything funny on the base pass. So we'll play straight up here. Albies with the ground ball down to first base. Hosmer gloves it. Flips to Corbin, who covers. Simmons moves up to second on the play. Reds now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 1 today. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer takes it himself. Yelich is retired for the second out of the inning. Simmons moves up to third. That brings the center fielder Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 1. Liner to deep center field. Ellsbury over, makes the catch. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the third. They threaten. They get a runner to third base, but they strand him there. They still lead the Pirates 1-0 after 3 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off the top of the fourth for the Pirates, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 0 for 1. Liner to left field, gets down and back to the wall for Ellsbury. He's in the second easily with a double. And the Pirates now have a runner in scoring position with nobody out for the second baseman, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 0 for 1 on the day. Gray checks the runner. Ellsbury delivers to Dietrich at the plate. Fly ball to center field. Brinson in on it. Makes the catch. Ellsbury has to stay put at second base. He's still out there with 1 out now for the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 1. Gray checks the runner. Ellsbury delivers to Bogaerts at the plate. Bogaerts draws a walk. He'll be on at first base for the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 0 for 1. Great checks the runners, delivers to Arcia at the plate. Looper to right field, gets down for a base hit for Arcia. Ellsbury is able to score on the play. And the Pirates have tied it up on the Oswaldo Arcia RBI single. It's now 1-1 here in the top of the 4th. We're going to give John Gray one more batter here. He's facing Mark Cana. Cana 0 for 1 today. He draws a walk and the bases are loaded for Eric Hosmer. New pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla with no record during the postseason. He's yet to give up a run in 3 innings pitched. He struck out 4 batters. He'll be facing the Pirates' first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 1. Wild pitch. Bogart scores on the play. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Altavilla delivers to Hosmer. Liner back up the middle, base hit for Hosmer. 2 runs are going to score on the play. And the Pirates lead the Reds 4-1 here in the top of the 4th. Well, I wanted to stay out of my good pitchers. Looks like it doesn't matter anyway. Hosmer at first, 1 out in the inning. Salvador Perez at the plate. Perez 0 for 1.
Strike 3, you're out.
Altavilla strikes out Perez for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The third baseman, Drew Robinson, stands in. Robinson 0 for 1.
Strike 3.
Altavilla strikes out Robinson to end the inning. Pirates score 4, though. They lead the Reds 4-1 after 3.5 at Great American Ballpark. Aaron Judge to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Reds. He's 0 for 1.
Strike 3, you're out.
Corbin strikes him out to lead off the inning. 1 down. David Freese stands in, the first baseman, 1 for 1. Looper to center field. In on Ellsbury. Makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Heimer Candelario stands in. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first with 2 down for the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 1 for 1. Snap throw to first is not going to be in time to get Candelario. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball down to third base. Robinson up with it. Throws out Kelly at first. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the 4th. They trail the Pirates 4-1 after 4. Here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 5th, Patrick Corbin. Corbin 0 for 1.
Strike 3, you're out.
Altavilla strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Brings Jacoby Ellsbury to the plate. Ellsbury 1 for 2 today.
Strike 3.
Altavilla strikes out Ellsbury for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich 0 for 2. And Altavilla strikes out the side. Would have been nice if he'd done that last inning. Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th, but they lead the Reds 4-1 after 4.5 here at Great American Ballpark. Wait, stumps at 80%. I guess I'll pitch Wall. Pinch hitting for the Reds, Jurickson Profar. Profar 3 for 6 during the postseason with a home run and 3 RBIs. He has a .500 average. Corbin delivers the 0-2 pitch. Liner to right center field, gets down for a base hit for Profar. He's on at first with nobody out for the shortstop Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 1 for 1 today. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer takes to the bag himself. He retires Simmons. Profar moves up to second on the play. He's now in scoring position with 1 out for the second baseman Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 2. Liner to short. Bogarts picks it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Christian Yelich stands in. The left fielder 0 for 2. Ground ball to second. Dietrich up with it, throws out Yelich at first, and the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the 5th. They trail the Pirates 4-1 after 5 complete. Here in Game 4 of the NLCS. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall with no record during the postseason and is yet to give up a run in 2/3 of an inning. He'll be facing the Pirates shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 1. High deep drive to right field. Bogaerts just took ball deep. Opposite field home run. And the Pirates lead 5-1 over the Reds here in the top of the 6th. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. The right fielder 1 for 2 with an RBI. High fly ball to left field. Yelich under it. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Or first out, I'm sorry. It's the very first out of the inning. 1 down. Mark Canha stands in. Canha 0 for 1. Ground ball down to first. Frees up with it. Takes to the bag himself to retire Canha. 2 down in the inning. They'll bring Eric Hosmer to the plate. Hosmer 1 for 2 today with a couple of RBIs. Liner down to the right field corner. Hosmer digging for second. He slides in safely with a double. And the Pirates have a runner in scoring position now with 2 outs for the catcher Salvador Perez. Perez 0 for 2. Wall checks the runner. Hosmer delivers to Perez at the plate. Weak pop-up on the infield. Simmons under it, makes a catch, and the Pirates are retired here in the top of the 6th. They score another run. They now lead the Reds 5-1 after 5.5 here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 6th, the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 2. Corbin strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Aaron Judge stands in. Judge 0 for 2. High deep drive to left field, but it's dying on the track. Canha makes the catch there just short of the wall for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring the first baseman David Freese to the plate. Freese 1 for 2. Hard hit ball to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Freese. He's on at first base for the third baseman Jeimer Candelario. Candelario drew a walk. Let's see. I guess I better get somebody up. Freeze at first. 2 outs in the inning. Corbin delivers to Candelario. He draws a walk here. His 3rd of the day. And the Reds now have runners at first and second for the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Ground ball down to third base. Robinson up with it. Takes a short route to second. Candelario is retired. And the Reds go down here in the bottom of the 6th. They strand 2 runners, fail to score. They trail the Pirates 5-1 through 6 in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 7th, Drew Robinson, the third baseman, 0 for 2. Looper to center field. Brinson in on it. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, then will bring the pitcher Patrick Corbin to the plate. Corbin 0 for 2. Wall walks him. He'll be down at first base with one out for the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 1 for 3 today. Oh, my word. This whole series has been ugly except for game 2. Oh, boy. All right. Pitcher down at first base. Stump is ready. I should probably get... Wall leads off the next inning. I'll just go ahead and put Stump into the game. Let's see. 2 lefties, even though Stump is not as good against lefties. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stump. Stump has no record this postseason as a 10.8 ERA and 1 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 2 batters. He'll be facing Jacoby Ellsbury. The Pirates center fielder 1 for 3. Pitcher over at first, 1 out in the inning. Stump throws over. Corbin back. Checks a runner, delivers to Ellsbury at the plate. Strikes him out for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down. Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich 0 for 3.
Strike 3.
Stump strikes him out to end the inning. The Pirates are retired here in the top of the 7th. The stranded runner failed to score, but they lead the Reds 5-1 after 6.5. A Great American Ballpark. Center fielder for the Reds, Albert Almora, pinch hitting for Daniel Stump. Almora 3 for 12 during the postseason for a .250 average. Corbin delivers. Line drive. Dietrich picks it off for the 1st out of the inning. 1 down. That'll bring the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons 1 for 2. I guess I better figure out who's going to pitch the next inning. Diaz is ready. We'll get him back up with 2 outs. Liner to left field. Kana makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. You didn't think he wasn't going to make that grab, did you? Bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Albies 0 for 3.
Strike 3, you're out.
And Corbin strikes out Albies to end the inning. Reds go down 1-2-3. They trail the Pirates 5-1. New pitcher for the Reds, Edwin Diaz. He's 1-0 on the postseason with a 5.4 ERA. He struck out 3 batters in 1 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 1 for 2 today with a home run. Harded ball back up the middle, base hit for Bogaerts. He's on at first with nobody out for the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Diaz throws over to first. Bogaerts back. Checks a runner, delivers to Arcia at the plate. Liner to left field. Oh, Yelich is able to make the catch. Looks like he almost hurt himself out there. 1 out in the inning. Marcana steps to the plate. The left fielder 0 for 2 today. Bogaerts at first. Diaz throws over. Bogaerts back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Kane at the plate. Bogaerts steals 2nd on Diaz. He's now in scoring position with 1 out for Kana. Ground ball back to the mound. Diaz fields it cleanly, throws on to first. Kane is retired. Bogaerts moves up to third on the play. He's now 90 feet away for the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 2 for 3 today with a couple RBIs. Diaz checks a runner. Bogaerts delivers to Hosmer at the plate. Hard hit ball through the shift for a base hit. Bogaerts scores from third. Pirates now lead the Reds 6-1 here in the top of the 8th. Now batting for the Pirates, Salvador Perez, the catcher, 0 for 3. Hosmer at first. Diaz throws over. Hosmer back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Perez at the plate. Hosmer moves up to second on the wild pitch. He's now in scoring position for Perez. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let Diaz pitch to Perez. I know Hosmer's going to score on a base hit. Perez is at least going to get a base hit here, but it seems to make sense to go ahead and let the right-hander pitch to the right-hander. And if we get to Robinson, I'll bring Rivera into the game. But yeah, things aren't going well for me during this series. I don't think I'm supposed to win. Whoa, Diaz strikes out Perez to end the inning. I'm shocked. Pirates tack on another run. They lead the Reds 6-1 after 7.5. Here at Great American Ballpark. Okay. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 8th, Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 3 today. Cy Young Corbin delivers. Yelich with a hard hit ball through the left side of the infield. Base hit. He's on at first base with nobody out for the center fielder, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 3 today. New pitcher for the Pirates, John Axford. Axford with no record on the postseason and a 1.93 ERA in 4 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 3 batters. Delivers to Brinson at the plate. Strikes him out for the first out of the inning, 1 down. That'll bring Aaron Judge to the plate, the right fielder 0 for 3. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer up with it, tosses to Axford, who covers. Judge is retired for the second out of the inning. Yelich moves up to second on the play. He's in scoring position at second base for the first baseman, David Freese. Freese 2 for 3. Well, you know, Gonzalez has been terrible with runners in scoring position all season. Maybe he'll come up big in the playoffs. We'll give him his chance. 2 down, Gonzalez at the plate. Yelich in scoring position with 2 outs. Axford delivers.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Gonzalez to end the inning. Reds strand a runner in scoring position. They trail the Pirates 6-1 after 8 here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 9th, Drew Robinson. I'm going to go ahead and double switch. I don't know, maybe it's stupid to take Judge out of the game, but I think I'm going to do it. Alright, we're going to put Felipe Rivera into Judge's spot here, and let Mark Payton play right field. Double switch to the Reds, taking over in right field for Aaron Judge, Mark Payton. New pitcher, Felipe Rivera. Rivera with no record on the postseason. He's yet to give up a run in 3 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 6 batters. He'll be facing the Pirates' third baseman, Drew Robinson. Robinson 0 for 3. Oh my God. Rivera walks Robinson to lead off the inning. He's down at first base with nobody out for the pinch hitter Hector Sanchez. Sanchez 2 for 5 during the postseason. Rivera throws over to first. Robinson back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Sanchez at the plate. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Sanchez. And the Pirates have runners at first and second with nobody out for the center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 1 for 4. Ground ball to second. 4-6 goes to Force. Robinson moves up to third. Ellsbury safe at first. Pirates have runners at the corners with 1 down for the second baseman Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 0 for 4. Ellsbury in safely. Stolen base. Pirates now have runners at second and third with only 1 out in the inning. Rivera delivers to Dietrich at the plate. Fly ball to deep left field. Going back on it, Yelich. He makes the catch just short of the wall. Runner Robinson scores from third. And the Pirates now lead the Reds 7-1. That brings the shortstop Xander Bogaerts to the plate. Bogaerts 2 for 3 today with a home run and an RBI. Rivera delivers. Walks Bogaerts. Pirates will have runners at first and second for the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 1 for 4 today with an RBI.
Strike 3, you're out.
Rivera strikes out Arcia to end the inning. But the Pirates tack on another run. They lead the Reds 7-1 after 8.5 here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the ninth, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario's walked in all of his plate appearances. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Pirates, Ryan Dull. Dull has no record on the postseason, has a 1.8 ERA in 5 innings pitched. He struck out 11 batters. 1-2 pitch to Candelario.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down, then I'll bring the catcher Carson Kelly to play. Kelly 1 for 3 today.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out Kelly for the second out of the inning. Right fielder Mark Payton stands in. Payton 1 for 4 on the postseason. Ground ball to second. Dietrich up with it, throws out Payton at first. And the Pirates have defeated the Reds here in Game 4 of the NLCS 7-1. They've taken a 3-1 lead in the series. Well, boy, I gotta hate, or I gotta hope, I gotta hate. Yeah, I do hate what's happening here. But, I've gotta hope that, Fulmer can go deep in this game if we do win. Alright, who's starting for the Pirates? Joe Kelly. Your odds are pretty good from either side of the plate. Is Profar over his day-to-day thing yet? No, but honestly, I don't think Albies has not been hitting well. He does play good defense, though. But I think I'm going to play, let's see, Candelario had 3 walks in the last game. At least he's getting on base. Alright. We're going to play Profar at second base. Candelario at third. David Freese at first. Kelly's been hitting 250. Hasn't been throwing out runners, though. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting Game 5 of the NLCS. The Pittsburgh Pirates have taken a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. It's do-or-die time for the Reds. They have their ace Michael Fulmer on the mound. Fulmer 1-1 on the postseason with a 4.76 ERA. He struck out 9 batters in 11 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury hitting .341 on the postseason with a home run and 7 RBIs. 2-2 pitch to Ellsbury.
Strike 3.
Fulmer strikes him out for the first out inning. One down, Derek Dietrich steps to the plate. The second baseman hitting .323 on the postseason with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Hard hit ball past the second baseman into center field for a base hit for Dietrich. He's on at first base with 1 out for the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts hitting .462 during the postseason with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Fulmer checks a runner, delivers to Bogaerts at the plate. Liner to left center field, gets down for a base hit for Bogaerts. He's safe at first base. Dietrich moves up to second. Pirates have runners at first and second with 1 out for the left fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia hitting .195 during the postseason with 5 RBIs. Fulmer checks a runner, delivers to Arcia at the plate. High deep drive to right center field. Arcia just took Fulmer deep for a 3-run home run. And the Pirates lead Game 5 of the NLCS 3-0. That'll bring Justin Turner to the plate. It'll be Turner's first at bat of the postseason. Fulmer strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Eric Hosmer stands in. The first baseman hitting .212 during the postseason with a home run and 7 RBIs. Fulmer strikes him out to end the inning. But the Pirates take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. The Reds coming to bat. Pitching today for the Pirates, Joe Kelly. He's 1-1 on the postseason with a 3.38 ERA. He struck out 9 batters in 10 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the second baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .571 with a home run and 3 RBIs this postseason. Hard hit ball through the right side of the infield for Profar. He's on at first base with nobody out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .382 this postseason with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. 3-1 count to Brinson. He draws a walk here. Reds will now have runners at first and second with nobody out for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich .412 this postseason with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. 1-0 count to Yelich. Top ground ball. Perez out to field the ball, throws to second for 1. On to first, but Yelich not in time to get Yelich. Reds now have runners at the corners with 1 out for the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario hitting .172 during the postseason with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Kelly delivers to Candelario. It's a wild pitch. Profar is able to score from third base. Yelich moves up to second. Reds now have a runner at second base with 1 out for Candelario. They've cut the lead to 2. It's now 3-1 here in the bottom of the first. Kelly delivers the 3-2 pitch to Candelario. He draws a walk. He's on at first base for the first baseman, David Freese. Freese hitting .286 during the postseason with a home run and an RBI. Kelly delivers to Freese.
Strike three.
Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The right fielder, Aaron Judge, stands in. Judge hitting .148 during the postseason. Liner to deep right center field. Gets down and back to the wall for Judge. Yelich scores from second. Candelario is in from first. And the Reds have tied it up here on the Aaron Judge two-base hit. It's now 3-3 in the bottom of the first. Judge out at second base. Carson Kelly at the plate. Kelly, the catcher, hitting .250 for the postseason with a couple RBIs. Dietrich plunks Kelly. He's on at first base with 2 down for the pitcher, Michael Fulmer. Fulmer 2 for 5 on the postseason. He draws a walk here. And the bases will be full of Reds for the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons hitting .370 this postseason with a home run and 4 RBIs. Kelly delivers, ground ball down to third base. Justin Turner up with it. Takes the short route to second to retire Fulmer. But the Reds have tied it up here in the bottom of the first. It's now 3-3 at Great American Ballpark after 1. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the second, Salvador Perez. Perez hitting .297 for the postseason with a home run and 5 RBIs. Fulmer plunks him. Perez is on at first base with nobody out for the right fielder, Drew Robinson. Robinson hitting .200 this postseason with an RBI. Nobody's 100% rested today. Fulmer checks the runner. Perez delivers to Robinson at the plate. Ground ball to second. Profar goes to Freese. To get Robinson, Perez moves up to second on the play. He's in scoring position now with 1 out for the pitcher, Joe Kelly. Kelly 2 for 3 this postseason with an RBI. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Simmons fields it cleanly, throws out the pitcher Kelly at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Ellsbury 0 for 1 today. Fulmer checks the runner Perez down at third, delivers to Ellsbury at the plate.
Strike three.
Strikes him out to end the inning. Pirates threaten here in the top of the second. They strand a runner at third base. The score is tied 3-3 after 1.5 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the second, Jurickson Profar. Profar 1 for 1 today. Liner to center field. Ellsbury doesn't have to move much to make that catch. 1 down. Bring Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson walked in his first at-bat. High deep drive to left field. It's not coming back. Solo home run for Lewis Brinson. That gives the Reds a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the second. One out in the inning. That brings Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich 0 for 1. Liner to short. Bogarts picks it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jeimer Candelario stands in. He drew a walk in his first at-bat.
Strike three. You're out.
Kelly strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds score a run. They now lead the Pirates 4-3 after 2 in Game 5 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the third, Derek Dietrich, the second baseman, 1 for 1. Fulmer strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Xander Bogaerts stands in, the shortstop, 1 for 1. Fly ball to left field. Yelich under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia 1 for 1 today with a home run and 3 RBIs. Deep fly for Arcia. He's just tied it up. It's now 4-4 here in the top of the third. Looks like Arcia has Fulmer's number. That'll bring Justin Turner to the plate. Turner 0 for 1. Looper to short left field, gets down for a base hit for Turner. He's on at first base for the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 1. Turner at first, 2 outs. Fulmer delivers to Hosmer at the plate. Fly ball to center field, going back on it, Brinson. He makes the catch. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the third. They score a run. They've tied it up. It's now 4-4 after 2.5 at Great American Ballpark. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Reds, David Freese. Freese 0 for 1. Fly ball to center field. Ellsbury makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Aaron Judge stands in. The right fielder 1 for 1 today with a couple RBIs. Kelly strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Carson Kelly stands in. Liner to right center field, gets down and back to the wall for Kelly. He's digging for second base. He slides in safely with a double. He'll be in scoring position with 2 outs for the pitcher, Michael Fulmer. Fulmer drew a walk in his first at-bat. Ground ball to second. They throw it away. All hands are safe. Dietrich charged with an error there. Kelly at third base, Fulmer at first. Angelton Simmons at the plate, the shortstop 0 for 1. 2 outs in the inning. Kelly delivers to Simmons. Liner to center field, gets down for a base hit for Simmons. Kelly scores on the play. And the Reds take a lead on the Angelton Simmons RBI single. First and second now with Jerks and Profar at the plate. Profar 1 for 2 today. New pitcher for the Pirates, Scott Kazmir. Kazmir 1-0 with a 5.19 ERA during the playoffs. He struck out 6 batters in 8 2/3 innings pitched. Delivers the 2-2 pitch to Profar. Hard hit ball to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Profar. Fulmer's trying to score from second. He rounds third. He's in safely. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 6-4 here in the bottom of the third. Simmons at second. Profar at first. 2 outs in the inning. Lewis Brinson at the plate. The center fielder 1 for 1 today with a solo home run and a walk. Kazmir strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds score 2, though. They take a lead 6-4 over the Pirates after 3 here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates here in the top of the fourth, Salvador Perez. Weak pop-up on the right side of the infield in foul territory. Kelly under puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Drew Robinson stands in. The right fielder 0 for 1. Liner to deep left center field. Brinson over, makes the catch. Looks like he made a leaping grab out there. 2 outs now in the inning. Scott Kazmir stands in. The pitcher's 1 for 2 during the postseason. Fulmer delivers. Hard hit ball down the first. Frees up with it, takes to the bag himself to retire Kazmir. And the Pirates are retired 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth, although it wasn't particularly routine. Reds lead them 6-4 after 3.5. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Reds, the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 2. Hard hit ball down the right field line, base hit for Yelich. He's on at first with nobody out for the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 1 with a walk. Liner to center field, gets down for a base hit. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And I shouldn't have done that. Base hit for Candelario. I was overly aggressive with Yelich trying to get to third base. And I made the first out at third base, which you're never supposed to do. So the Reds have a runner at first base with 1 out for the first baseman, David Freese. Freese 0 for 2. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop Bogarts makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Right fielder Aaron Judge stands in. Judge 1 for 2 today with a couple RBIs. Ground ball down to third base. Turner up with it. Throws out Candelario at second. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the fourth. They lead the Pirates 6-4 after 4 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off with the Pirates in the top of the fifth, Jacoby Ellsbury. There's no tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and get Rivero up now. They got a ton of lefties in their lineup. Fulmer delivers to Ellsbury. Ground ball back to the mound. Ellsbury with an infield single. He's on at first base with excellent speed. Nobody out for the second baseman, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 1 for 2. High deep drive to right field. Going back on it, Judge. He makes the catch just short of the wall for the first out of the inning. Ellsbury had to stay at first base. 1 out now. Xander Bogaerts at the plate. Bogaerts 1 for 2. Hard hit ball past the first baseman into right field for a base hit. Pirates now have runners at first and second with 1 down for the left fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia has Fulmer's number. 2 for 2 on the day with a couple home runs and 4 RBIs. Runners at first and second, 1 out. New pitcher for the Reds, Felipe Rivero. Rivero with no record on the postseason, a 1.93 ERA. He struck out 7 batters in 4 2/3 innings pitched. Taking over in right field for Aaron Judge, Mark Payton. Rivero delivers the 1-2 pitch to Arcia. Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Justin Turner stands in, the third baseman, 1 for 2. Hard hit ball to second. Profar up with it. Throws out Turner at first. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the fifth. Reds lead them 6-4 after 4.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the fifth, Carson Kelly. Kelly 1 for 1. Looper to left center field, in on Ellsbury. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Mark Payton stands in. Payton 1 for 5 during the postseason. Top ground ball to second. Dietrich throws out Payton at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons stands in, the shortstop, 1 for 2 today. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer up with it, takes the bag himself. Simmons is retired. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fifth. They leave the Pirates 6-4 after 5. Leading off with the Pirates in the top of the sixth, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 2.
Strike 3.
Rivero strikes out Hosmer for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Salvador Perez stands in. Perez 0 for 1. Liner to right field, base hit for Perez. He's on at first base with 1 down for the right fielder, Drew Robinson. Robinson 0 for 2. Rivera throws over to first. Perez back. Checks the runner, delivers to Robinson at the plate. Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Pinch hitter for the pitcher, Casimir. Kettle Marte. Marte 1 for 6 on the postseason. Rivera checks the runner. Perez delivers to Marte. Snap throw to first. Perez back.
Strike 3.
Rivera strikes out Marte to end the inning. Reds lead the Pirates 6-4 here after 5.5 in Game 5 of the NLCS. New pitcher for the Pirates, Joakim Soria. Soria 0-1 on the postseason with a 6.75 ERA. He struck out 5 batters in 5 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds' second baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar 2 for 3 today with an RBI. Fly ball to right field. Robinson Inline makes a catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Lewis Brinson stands in. The center fielder 1 for 2 today with a solo home run. Soria strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Christian Yelich stands in. Yelich 1 for 3. Top ground ball to second. Dietrich up with it, throws out Yelich at first, and the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. They lead the Pirates 6-4 after 6 in Game 5 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 7th, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 1 for 3.
Strike 3.
Rivero strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich 1 for 3. Liner to left center field, gets down and back to the wall for Dietrich for a base hit. He's into second base easily with a double. And the Pirates have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 3 today. Well, I'm not taking Yelich or Brinson out of the game in a double switch. I guess I could take Profar out and get Albies in for his defense. Double switch for the Reds, taking over at second base for Jurickson Profar is Ozzie Albies. New pitcher, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla with no record on the postseason. He's yet to give up a run in 4 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 9 batters. He'll be facing Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop, 2 for 3 today. Altavilla delivers the 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws out Bogaerts at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia 2 for 3 today with a couple home runs and 4 RBIs. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for the third baseman, Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 3. Altavilla delivers. Oh, he walks, the bases loaded. Bases loaded for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 3. Altavilla checks the runner, delivers to Hosmer. Wild pitch. Runner scores from third. Oh, man. Pirates have runners at second and third. 3-0 the count. Don't ask me where that came from. I told him to pitch around him since he already had 3-0 count. But Altavia somehow pulls that out of his backside. Strikes out Hosmer to end the inning. And the Reds still lead the Pirates 6-5 after 6.5. Oh, all the things that have gone wrong, and that goes right. That's interesting. 3 strikes, you're out. I think if I can leave Altavia in to face Salvador Perez, I might do that. Anyway, leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 7th, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 2. Hard hit ball to second. Dietrich up with it. Throws out Candelario first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. David Freese stands in. Freese 0 for 3. Hard hit ball to right center field. Robinson deep in the gap makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies stands in. Albies hitting .206 on the postseason. Soria delivers. Ground ball back to the mound. Soria up with it, throws out Albies at first, and the Reds are retired. Here in the bottom of the 7th. They still lead the Pirates 6-5 after 7 at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 8th, Salvador Perez. Perez 1 for 2. Hard hit ball through the left side of the infield, base hit for Perez. He's on at first base with nobody out for the right fielder Drew Robinson. Robinson 0 for 3. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stumpf. Stumpf, with no record on the postseason, a 7.71 ERA, struck out 4 batters in 2 1/3 innings pitched. Throws over to first. Perez back. Oh, pinch hitter for the Pirates, Mark Canha. Canha 0 for 11 on the postseason with several walks. Looper to right field where the right fielder is playing extremely deep. Pirates now have runners at the corners with nobody out for the pinch hitter Hector Sanchez. Sanchez 3 for 6 on the postseason. Infield in. Ground ball to short. Runner has to stay at third. Simmons only played at first. Throws out Sanchez for the first out of the inning. 1 down, that brings Jacoby Ellsbury to play. Ellsbury 1 for 4. Fly ball to left field. That'll probably be deep enough to score the runner from third. He tags up. He's in safely on the play. There are now 2 outs in the inning. The second baseman, Derek Dietrich, stands in. Dietrich 2 for 4 today. Stumpf walks Dietrich. Pirates now have runners at first and second with 2 outs for the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 4. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall with no record on the postseason, a 4.5 ERA. Checks a runner, delivers to Bogaerts at the plate. High deep drive to left center field. Bogaerts just took Bobby Wall deep. Pirates now lead the Reds 9-3 here in the top of the 8th inning. Or 9-6, I'm sorry, 9-6. They lead by 3, 9-6. That'll bring Oswaldo Arcia to the plate. Arcia 2 for 3 today with a couple home runs and 4 RBIs. Hardy ball back up the middle, base hit for Arcia. He's on at first base with 2 outs for the third baseman Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 3. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it, throws out Turner at first. Pirates are retired here in the top of the 8th, but they've taken a 9-6 lead over the Reds here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 8th, Carson Kelly. Kelly 1 for 2. Smith plunks Kelly. He's on at first base with nobody out for the right fielder Mark Payton. Payton 0 for 1. Looper to right field. Kanahan makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That'll bring the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to plate. Simmons 1 for 3 today.
Strike 3.
Smith strikes out Simmons for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Pitcher Bobby Wall stands in. He'll be pinch hit for by Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 3 on the postseason.
Strike 3, you're out.
Smith strikes out Moss to end the inning. Red strand runner failed to score. They trail the Pirates 9-6 after 8 full here in Game 5 of the NLCS. No tomorrow for the Reds. New pitcher Edwin Diaz. Diaz 1-0 in the postseason with a 6.75 ERA. He struck out 4 batters in 2 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 4. Strikes out Hosmer for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Salvador Perez stands in. Perez 2 for 3.
Strike 3.
Diaz strikes out Perez for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Mark Kana steps up. Kane, the right fielder, 1 for 1. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, throws out Kane at first. The Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th. Last call for the Reds. They trail by 3 here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds, the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 3 today with a solo home run. He draws a walk here. They'll be on at first base with nobody out for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 1 for 4 today. Ground ball down to first base. 3-6. Goes the force out. They come back to first, but not in time to get Yelich. Now 1 out in the inning. Jeimer Candelario stands in. Candelario 1 for 3. Hard hit ball through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Candelario. Reds have a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runners at first and second. 1 out. David Freese at the plate. Freese 0 for 4. High deep drive to left field. It's not coming back. David Freese has tied it up 9-9 here in the bottom of the 9th inning on a 3-run home run. Still only 1 out in the inning. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. The second baseman 0 for 1. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Pirates, Ryan Dull. Dull with no record on the postseason, a 1.5 ERA. He struck out 13 batters in 6 innings pitched. Dull delivers to Albies at the plate. Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. Carson Kelly stands in, the catcher 1 for 2. Dull strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds score 3, though. They've tied it up 9-9 here in the bottom of the 9th. We're going to extra innings in Game 5 of the NLCS. Well, I might have to... I guess Holder's got a little bit of fuel in the tank, maybe. I don't have much left in the bullpen. Leading off for the Pirates, in the top of the 10th, Brevik Valera. Valera 1 for 2 on the postseason. Diaz delivers. Ground ball back up the middle. Simmons makes the play, throws Valera out at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Ellsbury 1 for 4 today with an RBI. Ground ball to second. Albies throws out Ellsbury first with the second out of the inning. 2 down. Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich 2 for 4. Diaz plunks him. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 3 for 5 today with a home run and 3 RBIs. Oh, Dietrich thrown out, stealing. And the Pirates are retired here in the top of the 10th. Game still tied 9-9 after 9.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 10th, Mark Payton, the right fielder, 0 for 2. Strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Andrelton Simmons stands in. Simmons 1 for 4. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts throws him out at first. I'm going to have to hit Diaz. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer up with it. Takes it to the bag himself. Diaz is retired. Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 10th. Leading off for the Pirates in the top of the 11th, Xander Bogaerts. He's 3 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Fly ball to left field. Coming in on Yelich. Makes a catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia 3 for 5 with a couple of home runs and 4 RBIs. Hard hit ball down the left field line. Base hit for Arcia. He's into second easily. He's now in scoring position with 1 out for the third baseman, Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 4. I mean, I can warm up Holder, but I don't really see much point in it. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws out Turner at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Eric Hosmer steps in. Hosmer 0 for 5. Ground ball down to first. Frees up with it, takes the bag himself. Hosmer's retired. And the Pirates strand a runner here in the top of the 11th. It's all tied up 9-9 after 10.5 in Game 5 of the NLCS. The Reds don't win here, they go home. Leading off with the Reds in the bottom of the 11th, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 3 today with a solo home run. Ground ball to second. Dietrich up with it, throws out Brinson at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down, the left fielder Christian Yelich stands in. Yelich 1 for 5. High deep drive to right field. It's not coming back. Yelich just won the game with a solo home run here in the bottom of the 11th. And the Reds stay alive in the NLCS. They win Game 5, and the Pirates now lead the series 3-2. It goes back to Pittsburgh. Oh, wow. Well, we get one more chance at this. Let's see what the pitching staff looks like. Holder's ready to pitch. Stumpf, Bobby Wall. Hopefully Skaggs has pitched pretty well for me so far. So hopefully Skaggs can get in and go deep in the game. People are hitting pretty well off of Velasquez, and it doesn't matter what side of the plate you hit from. Okay, we'll get Profar up at the top of the lineup. How has Carson Kelly been hitting? He's 1 for 3 in the last game. We'll play Kelly over Oscar Hernandez. Welcome to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Pirates are hosting the Cincinnati Reds in Game 6 of the NLCS. The Pirates have a 3-2 lead over the Reds in the series. Starting today for the Pirates, Vince Velasquez. He has no record during the playoffs and an 8.31 ERA in 4 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the third baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .545 during the postseason with a home run and 4 RBIs.
Strike 3.
He strikes out Profar to lead off the inning. 1 down. Christian Yelich stands in. The left fielder hitting .391 during the postseason with 3 home runs and 4 RBIs. He hit the home run in the bottom of the 11th that sent this to a Game 6.
Strike 3. You're out.
Velasquez strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Lewis Brinson stands in. The center fielder hitting .368 on the postseason with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Ground ball to short. Bogart's up with it. Throws out Brinson at first, and the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. No score after a half inning here at PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury hitting .326 during the postseason with a home run and 8 RBIs. He'll be facing Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs 3-0 during the playoffs with a 1.23 ERA. He struck out 25 batters in 22 innings pitched. Ground ball back up the middle. Albies up with it. Throws out Ellsbury at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Derek Dietrich stands in. Dietrich, the left fielder, hitting .343 on the postseason with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Line drive to short. Simmons picks it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Xander Bogart steps in. Bogart's hitting .467 on the postseason with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Liner to center field. Brinson Allen makes the catch. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in their half of the first inning. No score after 1 here at PNC Park. Aaron Judge to lead off the top of the second for the Pirates. Judge hitting .167 on the postseason with a couple RBIs. Weak pop-up on the infield in foul territory. First baseman Hosmer settles underneath it to make the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jeimer Candelario stands in. Candelario hitting .212 on the postseason with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. High fly ball to center field. Ellsbury under it. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Carson Kelly stands in. The catcher hitting .259 with 2 RBIs during the postseason. Velasquez strikes him out to end the inning. After 1.5, no score at PNC Park. Justin Turner to lead off for the Pirates in the bottom of the second. He's 1 for 5 on the postseason for a .200 average. Ground ball down to first base. Candelario up with it, takes the bag himself for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia hitting .261 this postseason with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. Liner to center field. Brinson over makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Salvador Perez stands in. Perez, the catcher, hitting .317 this postseason with a home run and 5 RBIs. Tapper back to the mound. Skaggs up with it, throws Perez out at first. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. No score after 2 at PNC Park. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the third, Andrelton Simmons, the shortstop, hitting .344 this postseason with a home run and 5 RBIs. Velasquez strikes him out for the first out inning, 1 down. Tyler Skaggs stands in. Skaggs 0 for 5 on the postseason with an RBI. Liner to second. Barreto picks it off for the second out of the inning, 2 down. Ozzie Albies stands in. The second baseman hitting .194 during this postseason. Tries to lay down a bunt. He's on safely at first. For Jurickson Profar. Profar, the third baseman, 0 for 1. Albies gets the green light. He takes off for second base. He's in there safely. He's now in scoring position with 2 outs for Profar. Top ground ball to short. Oh. Bogart's up with it. Throws out Profar at first. And the Reds are out here in the top of the third. No score after 2.5 in Pittsburgh. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the third, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer hitting .179 this postseason with a home run and 7 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws out Hosmer at first for the first out inning, 1 down. Franklin Barreto stands in. The second baseman hitting .083 on the postseason with a home run and 3 RBIs. Top ground ball to second. Albies makes the routine play to first for the second out of the inning, 2 down. Vince Velasquez stands in. The pitcher hitting .500 with a couple RBIs. Top ground ball to second. Albies throws out Velasquez at first, and the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. No score after 3 here in Game 6 of the NLCS in Pittsburgh. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the fourth, Christian Yelich. Yelich 0 for 1. Liner down the left field line, gets down and back to the corner for Yelich. He's digging for second base. He slides in safely with a double. He's in scoring position with nobody out for the center fielder, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 1. Liner to right center field, gets down for a base hit for Brinson. Yelich only moved up to third base on that play. Runners on the corners with nobody out for the right fielder, Aaron Judge. Judge 0 for 1. Brinson takes off for second base. He's in there safely. They throw it into center field. Yelich is able to score from third. Brinson moves up to third. And the Reds now have a 1-0 lead. Brinson down at third base. Still nobody out in the inning. Judge at the plate. 2-2 the count.
Strike 3, you're out.
Velasquez strikes out Judge for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jeimer Candelario stands in. The first baseman 0 for 1. Ground ball to second base. Barreto up with it. Throws out Candelario first. Brinson scores from third on the play. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 2-0 here in the top of the fourth. Carson Kelly, the catcher, stands in. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Barreto makes a routine play to first. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the fourth. They score 2 runs. They now lead the Pirates 2-0 after 3.5 here in Game 6 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the fourth, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 0 for 1. He draws a walk here. He's on at first with good speed for the left fielder, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 0 for 1. Skaggs checks the runner, delivers to Dietrich at the plate. Ground ball to short. Simmons to Albies. Not in time to first. Dietrich safe. 1 out in the inning. Xander Bogaerts at the plate. Bogaerts 0 for 1. Skaggs checks the runner, delivers to Bogaerts. Liner to left field, gets down for a base hit for Bogaerts. The Pirates now have runners at first and second with 1 down for the third baseman, Justin Turner. Oh man, this sucks. Runners at first and second, one down. Turner at the plate. Skaggs delivers. Fly ball to center field. Brinson in on it. Runners have to stay put. 2 outs in the inning. Bring Oswaldo Arcia to the plate. Arcia 0 for 1. Skaggs checks the runner, delivers to Arcia. Fly ball to right center field. Over is Judge. He makes the catch. And the Pirates are retired in the bottom of the 4th. They trail the Reds 2-0. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 5th, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 0 for 1. Ground ball down to third base. Turner up with it, throws out Simmons at first for the first out of the inning. One down, Tyler Skaggs stands in. Skaggs 0 for 1. Velasquez strikes out the pitcher Skaggs for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies steps in. Albies 1 for 1. He had a bunt hit in his last at-bat. Ground ball to second. Barreto up with it, throws out Albies at first, and the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. Pirates lead them 2-0 after 4.5. Or no, Reds lead the Pirates 2-0 after 4.5. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 5th, Salvador Perez, the catcher, 0 for 1. Top ground ball to short. Simmons throws out Perez for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Eric Hosmer stands in, the first baseman 0 for 1. Big shift on for Hosmer. Ground ball to second. And Albies throws it away at first. Hosmer moves up to second on the error. And the Pirates now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the second baseman, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 1. Skaggs strikes out Barreto for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The pitcher, Vince Velasquez, stands in. Velasquez 0 for 1. Hard hit ball through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Velasquez. Runner Hosmer scores from second. And the Pirates are on the board. They trail the Reds 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Ellsbury 0 for 1 with a walk. Velasquez down at first. Skaggs throws over. Velasquez back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Ellsbury at the plate. Pop up on the infield. Albies makes the catch. The Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 5th. They score a run. They trail the Reds 2-1 after 5 here at PNC Park. Jurickson Profar lead off for the Reds here in the top of the 6th. He's 0 for 2. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Profar. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 1 for 2.
Strike 3.
Yelich strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Lewis Brinson stands in. The center field. Profar is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Aaron Judge stands in. Judge 0 for 2.
Strike 3.
Velasquez strikes him out to end the inning. Red 1. Liner to left field. Base hit for Bogarts. He's on at first base with 1 down for the third baseman, Justin Turner. Turner 0 for 2. Top ground ball back to the mound. Skaggs goes to short. Oh, great. Simmons gets the out, but he's injured on the play. I'm not going to have enough middle infielders. Let's see, we'll move Candelario to third. Profar to second. And we'll put Freeze in at first base. Pirates with a runner at first base and Justin Turner. Oswaldo Arcia at the plate. Arcia 0 for 2. Looper to right field, gets down for a base hit for Arcia. Turner goes to third on the play. Pirates now have runners at first and third for the catcher Salvador Perez. don't know if I have enough bullpen to get through this. I gotta let Skaggs pitch. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, throws to Freeze at first, and the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 6th. They still trail the Reds. They threaten, but they still trail the Reds 2-1 after 6. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 7th, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 2. Now playing third base. Velasquez delivers. Ground ball back to the mound. Velasquez up with it, throws out Candelario first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Carson Kelly steps in. Kelly 0 for 2.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. David Freese steps in. Freese hitting .269 in the postseason with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base for the pitcher, Tyler Skaggs. Oh, wow. No, I'm going to let Skaggs pitch. Fly ball to the left field. Dietrich over makes the catch. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the 7th. They lead the Pirates 2-1 after 6½. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th, Eric Hosmer, the first baseman, 0 for 2. Skaggs delivers, liner to left field, base hit. For Hosmer, he's on at first base with nobody out for the second baseman, Franklin Barreto. Barreto 0 for 2. Checks the runner, delivers to Barreto at the plate. He's trying to bunt. Gets the bunt down. Skaggs goes to second, gets the lead runner. 1 out in the inning. Franklin Barreto at first base with excellent speed for the pinch hitter Mark Cana. Cana 1 for 13 on the postseason. Liner to deep left field. Yelich makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring Jacoby Ellsbury to the plate. Ellsbury 0 for 2. Oh, Barreto was able to tag up on that? Barreto able to tag up on the play. He's into second. Now in scoring position for Ellsbury. Past the second baseman. Into right field, base hit for Ellsbury. Barreto scores. And the Pirates have tied it up here in the bottom of the 7th, 2-2. The left fielder, Derek Dietrich stands in. He's 0 for 3. Pop up on the infield. Albie's under and makes a catch. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 7th. They score a run. They've tied it up 2-2 after 7 here in Game 6. The NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 8th, Ozzie Albies. Albies 1 for 2. Be facing a new pitcher, Carson Smith. Smith with no record on the postseason, a 4.5 ERA. Strikes out Albies to begin the inning. 1 down. Jurickson Profar stands in. Profar now playing second base, 1 for 3. Hard hit ball past the second baseman in right field for a base hit. He's on at first base with 1 down for the left fielder Christian Yelich. He gets the green light. He takes off for second base. He's in there safely. Profar in scoring position for Yelich. Yelich 1 for 3 today. They give him the free pass that'll bring the center fielder Lewis Brinson to play. Brinson 1 for 3. Skaggs has 92 pitches. Xander Bogaerts is leading off the next inning. Bogaerts and Justin Turner. Smith hits Brinson. That'll load the bases for Aaron Judge. Oh no. Judge 0 for 3. I mean, Judge could take one deep here, but he'd also strike out. Bases loaded, 1 down. Aaron Judge at the plate. Ground ball to short. They come home. They go to first. They get the runner trying to score. They aren't able to get Judge at first. Bases now loaded for Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 3 today with an RBI. And Smith strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds lead the bases loaded. They fail to score. And the game is still tied up 2-2 after 7.5 here in PNC Park. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 3. Ground ball to short. Albie's up with it. Throws out Bogaerts at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Justin Turner stands in. Turner 0 for 3. ID drive to left field. Yelich makes the catch just short of the wall. 2 outs in the inning. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia 1 for 3. Fly ball, shallow left field. Yelich in on it, makes the catch. The Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 8th. Score still tied 2-2 after 8 at PNC Park. New pitcher for the Pirates, Ryan Dull. Dull 0-1 on the postseason with a 2.25 ERA. Struck out 16 batters in 8 innings pitched. He'll be facing the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 3. Liner to center field. Ellsbury makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. David Freese stands in. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. Looper to center field, gets down for a base hit for Freese. He'll be on at first base with 1 down for the pitcher spot and Tyler Skaggs. Pinch hitting for the Reds will be Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 7 on the postseason. Freeze down at first, 1 out in the inning. Ground ball to second. 4-6 goes the force. Gonzalez safe at first. The Reds are still alive here in the 9th with 2 outs in the inning. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Albies 1 for 3 today. They put the hit and run on for Albies. Liner back up the middle. Gonzalez moves up to third. And the Reds now have runners at the corners with 2 outs for the second baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar 2 for 4 today. Looper to short center field. Ellsbury in on it, makes the catch. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the ninth. They threatened but failed to score. And the game is still tied 2-2 after 8.5. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the ninth, Salvador Perez, the catcher, 0 for 3. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla with no record during the postseason, a 1.69 ERA, struck out 10 batters in 5 1/3 innings pitched. Delivers the 1-2 pitch to Salvador Perez.
Strike 3.
Strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Eric Hosmer stands in, the first baseman, 1 for 3. Ground ball back to short. Albies boots it. Hosmer's going to be safe on the air. Runner at first base, 1 out in the inning. Altavilla throws to first, picks off Hosmer. They're now 2 down in the inning. Franklin Barreto at the plate. Second baseman 0 for 3. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it. Throws out Barreto at first. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 is the score. Leading off the top of the 10th for the Reds, Christian Yelich. Yelich 1 for 3. Liner to right field. Base hit for, well, ground ball to right field. Base hit for Yelich. He's on at first base with nobody out for the center fielder, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 3.
Strike 3. You're out.
Dull strikes out Brinson for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Aaron Judge stands in. Judge 0 for 4. Dull throws it away at first. Yelich is able to move up to second on the error. He's now in scoring position with 1 out for Judge. Dull delivers to the plate, strikes out Judge for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jeimer Candelario stands in. Candelario 0 for 4. It's a wild pitch. Yelich is able to move up to third on the play. He's now 90 feet away with 2 outs. Looper to right field. Arcia is able to put it away, though. And the Reds are retired here in the top of the 10th. I hate to take Aaron Judge out of the game since he obviously can win it with 1 swing of the bat, but he's been hitting so poorly. So I'm going to make a double switch here. I'm going to put Rivero in. Judge's spot. We're going to get Mark Payton into the game and right field. Double switch for the Reds. Mark Payton goes in to play right field for Aaron Judge. Taking over on the mound, Felipe Rivero. Rivero with no record during the postseason, a 2.7 ERA. Struck out 12 batters in 6 2/3 innings pitched. They'll be facing Hector Sanchez. Sanchez, the pinch hitter, 3 for 7 during the postseason for a .429 average. Rivero delivers the 1-2 pitch.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Sanchez for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. The center fielder 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Liner to center field. In on it. Brinson makes the catch for the second out of the inning. I'll bring Derek Dietrich to the plate. Dietrich 0 for 4. Herrera strikes him out to end the inning. 2-2's the score after 9.5. Leading off with the Reds in the top of the 11th, Carson Kelly, the catcher, 0 for 4. He'll be facing a new pitcher, John Axford. Axford with no record on the postseason, a 1.59 ERA. He struck out 5 batters in 5 2/3 innings pitched. Delivers the 2-2 pitch to Kelly. Strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. David Freese stands in. The first baseman 1 for 1 with a walk. Ground ball down to third base. Turner up with it. Throws out Freese at first for the second out of the inning. I'll bring Mark Payton to the plate. Payton 1 for 8 on the postseason.
Strike 3, you're out.
And Axford strikes him out to end the inning. Reds go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 11th. Score still tied 2-2 here in Pittsburgh. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 11th, Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 4. High deep drive to center field, going back on it. Brinson makes the catch just short of the track for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Justin Turner stands in. Turner 0 for 4. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it. Throws out Turner at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia 1 for 4. Draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base with 2 outs for the catcher, Salvador Perez. New pitcher on to face Salvador Perez, Bobby Wall. Wall with no record on the postseason and a 7.71 ERA. Taking over in center field, Albert Almora. Shifting to right, Lewis Brinson. Leaving the game is Mark Payton. Arcia at first, Perez at the plate. Wall delivers the 3-2 pitch. Looper to right field, in on it, Brinson. Makes the catch. And the Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 11th. Score still tied 2-2 at PNC Park in Game 6 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 12th, Ozzie Albies. Albies 2 for 4. Axford strikes him out for the first out of the inning, 1 down. The second baseman, Jurickson Profar, stands in. Profar 2 for 5. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base with 1 down for the left fielder, Christian Yelich. Yelich 2 for 4. Profar gets the green light. They put the run and hit on. Profar into second base. He's in there safely. He's now in scoring position with 1 out for Yelich. Axford delivers. They walk Yelich. Runners at first and second now for the center field, or now right fielder, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 4. Fly ball to right field. Arcia makes the catch. There are now 2 outs in the inning. Albert Almora at the plate. Almora 3 for 13 on the postseason for a .231 average.
Strike 3.
And Axford strikes him out to end the inning. Reds threaten here in the top of the 12th. They fail to score. Strand 2 runners. The score still tied 2-2 after 11.5 in Game 6 of the NLCS. Leading off for the Pirates. In the bottom of the 12th, Eric Hosmer, the first baseman, 1 for 4. Wall strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Franklin Barreto steps to plate. Barreto 0 for 4. If he draws a walk here, he'll be on first base with excellent speed for the pinch hitter Drew Robinson. Robinson hitting .179 in the postseason with an RBI. Throws over to first. Fly ball to center field, in on it. Almora makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Ellsbury 1 for 4. Wall throws to first. Checks a runner, delivers to Ellsbury at the plate, strikes him out to end the inning. Great inning by Wall. And the Pirates are retired in the bottom of the 12th inning. It's still tied up 2-2 after 12 here in Game 6 of the NLCS. New pitcher for the Pirates, Joakim Soria. Soria 0-1 on the postseason with a 4.91 ERA. Struck out 6 batters in 7 and a third innings pitched. He'll be facing Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 5 today with an RBI. Soria picks off the line drive from Candelario. 1 down in the inning. Carson Kelly stands in. Kelly 0 for 5. Make that 0 for 6. Grounds to Barreto at second, who throws him out easily. 2 down. David Freese stands in. The first baseman 1 for 2. Hard hit ball down left field line. In for a base hit for Freese. He's on at first base for the pitcher spot in Bobby Wall. I'm running out of bench. Pinch hitting for the Reds, Brandon Moss. He's 0 for 4 on the postseason. Soria delivers to Moss. Rounds back to the pitcher. Moss is thrown out at first. And the Reds go down the top of the 13th. Still tied up 2-2. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. No record on the postseason, a 3.6 ERA. Struck out 1 batter in 5 innings pitched. He'll be facing the left fielder, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich 0 for 5. Base hit for Dietrich into right field. He's on at first base with nobody out for Xander Bogaerts. Pass ball on Kelly. Pirates now have a runner in scoring position for Bogaerts. Holder strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Justin Turner stands in. Turner 0 for 5. Looper to center field, in on Almora. Makes an excellent catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Bring Oswaldo Arcia to the plate. Arcia 1 for 4. Fly ball to left field. Yelich under it, makes the catch. The Pirates are retired here in the bottom of the 13th. And we're going to the top of the 14th. Still tied up 2-2 here in Game 6 of the NLCS. Leading off the top of the 14th for the Reds, Ozzie Albies. Albies 2 for 5. Lays down a bunt. Soria fields it cleanly, throws out Albies at first. 1 down. Brings Jurickson Profar to the plate. Profar 2 for 5. He draws a walk here. He's on at first with 1 out for Christian Yelich. Yelich 2 for 4. Hard hit ground ball down to first. Hosmer takes to the bag himself. Profar into second on the play. He's now in scoring position with 2 down for Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 5. Wild pitch. Pass ball. On the catcher, Perez. Profar moves up to third base. He's now 90 feet away with 2 outs for Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 5. Fly ball to right field. Oh man, Arcia makes a catch. And the Reds are retired in the top of the 14th. Still 2-2. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the 14th, Salvador Perez. The catcher 0 for 5. Hard hit ball to the left side of the infield, base hit for Perez. He'd be on at first base with nobody out for the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 5.
Strike 3.
Holder strikes out Hosmer for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Checks the runner, delivers to Franklin Barreto at the plate. Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down, and he's suddenly tired. Brings the pinch hitter Ketel Marte to the plate. He's better versus left-handed pitching, so I'm going to leave Holder in for 1 more batter. Hope it's not a huge mistake. Runner at first base, 2 outs. Marte at the plate. Holder delivers.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Marte to end the inning. And we're going to the top of the 15th. Still tied up 2-2 here in Pittsburgh. I'm going to need a new pitcher for the next inning. Leading off for the Reds, the center fielder Albert Almora. Almora 0 for 1. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Pirates, Chaz Rowe. Rowe with no record on the postseason has yet to give up a run. Single to center for Almora. He's on at first base with nobody out for the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 6 with an RBI. Rowe delivers to Candelario. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Candelario. Almora moves up to second on the play. The Reds now have runners at first and second for the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 6. Only guy in the bench now is the backup catcher, Oscar Hernandez. First and second, nobody out. Kelly at the plate. Rowe delivers the 2-2 pitch. Strikes out Kelly for the first out of the inning. 1 down. David Freese stands in. Freese 2 for 3.
Strike 3, you're out.
Strikes out Freese for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jonathan Holder stands in. I guess we'll pinch it with Oscar Hernandez here. See what happens. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Oscar Hernandez, the pinch hitter. Hernandez 0 for 4 on the postseason.
Strike 3, you're out.
Rose strikes him out to end the inning. Gee, criminy. And we're going to the bottom of the 15th. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stumpf. Stumpf with no record on the postseason and a 12 ERA. He struck out 4 batters in 3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 1 for 5. Ground ball down to first. Frees up with it, tosses the stump, who covers. Ellsbury's retired for the first out of the inning, 1 down. Derek Dietrich stands in. Stump strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Xander Bogert steps up, the shortstop, 2 for 6. Ground ball to third. Jeimer Candelario throws out Bogarts at first. The Pirates are retired 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 15th. The score is still tied 2-2. Leading off the top of the 16th for the Reds, Ozzie Albies. Albies 2 for 6. Liner, hard hit ball left field. Base hit for Albies. He's on at first base with nobody out for the second baseman, Jurickson Profar. Albies gets the green light. They pitch out. 2-1 the count. All right, we're going to turn the run and hit on. Albies takes off for second base. He's in there safely with a stolen base. He's now in scoring position for Profar. Top ground ball back to second. No play for Barreto anywhere. All hands are safe. And the Reds have runners at first and third with nobody out for the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich 2 for 5. You hit the home run that sent this to a game 6. Ground ball back up the middle. Shortstop gets a glove on it, but Bogarts has no play. Albies scores from third. Profar moves up to second. Infield single by Yelich. And the Reds now lead the Pirates 3-2. Still runners at first and second. Lewis Brinson at the plate. The now right fielder, 1 for 6 on the day. Rowe delivers. Looper to right field, gets down for a base hit for Brinson. 2 runs are going to score on the play. Yelich all the way from first base. Profar in from second. And the Reds now lead it 5-2. Oh, boy. Brinson in scoring position. Albert Almore at the plate. New pitcher for the Pirates, Paco Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1-0 with a 13.50 ERA. Struck out 3 batters in 2 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Albert Almora. Almora 1 for 2. Brinson out at second. Still nobody out in the inning. Ground ball to second. Barreto up with it. Throws to Hosmer at first. Brinson's retired for the first out of the inning. 1 down. I'm sorry. Almora's retired for the first out of the inning. Brinson down third base. Jeimer Candelario at the plate. Candelario 1 for 7. Infield in for Candelario. Hits the ball back up the middle. Bogarts makes the play to first. Brinson had to stay at third. He's still down there with 2 outs now for the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 7. I wonder... I probably want to let Stumpf pitch. Alright, 2 outs. Kelly at the plate. Brinson at third. Fly ball to right field. Oh no! Arcia troughs it. The runner Brinson scores from third. Carson Kelly into second. And the Reds now lead it by 4. 6-2 here in the top of the 16th. That'll bring the first baseman, David Freese, to the plate. Freese 2 for 4. Kelly out at second base. Hard hit ball down the left field line. Base hit for Freese. Kelly's going to score from second. Freeze into second with a double. And the Reds now lead 7-2. Bring the pitcher, Daniel Stump, to the plate. I'm going to go ahead and let him hit, and he can pitch the bottom of the 16th. Hopefully Coda Glover, he draws a walk here. Reds now have runners at first and second with 2 outs for the shortstop, Ozzie Albies. Albies 3 for 7. Fly ball to center field. Oh, wow. That drops in for a double for Albies. 2 runs are going to score. Stump from first, Freeze from second. And the Reds now lead 9-2 here in the top of the 16th. I guess we're just breaking it wide open. New pitcher for the Pirates, Scott Kazmir. Kazmir 1-0 with a 4.09 ERA. He struck out 7 batters in 11 innings pitched in the postseason. Profar 3 for 6. Kazmir delivers. Pop up on the infield. Hosmer has it, puts it away. The Reds are retired here in the top of the 16th. They score 7, though. They now lead the Pirates 9-2. Leading off for the Pirates, Justin Turner, the third baseman, 0 for 6. Ground ball to first. Freeze underhands to Stump, who covers to retire Turner. 1 down. Oswaldo Arcia stands in. Arcia 1 for 5. He strikes out. And Kelly's able to throw him out, trying to make it to first. 2 down. Brings the catcher Salvador Perez to the plate. Perez 1 for 6. Hard hit ball past the second baseman into right field. Base hit. Perez on at first base with 2 down for the first baseman Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 6. Fly ball to right field. In on it. Brinson. He makes the catch. And the Reds win here in 16. 9-2. They've tied up the NLCS 3-3. And we're going to Game 7. Man, that was ugly. Well, I need to go to sleep. Let's see what the pitching staff looks like. Norris is ready to start, although he's had a really bad start. The reason I held Glover out was because I wanted at least one pitcher that was ready to pitch the next day. Altavia might be able to pitch a little bit. I mean, the bullpen is gassed. Edwin Diaz is just about ready to pitch. So I got to start Norris. I can probably use Gray as a relief pitcher. Well, I could probably use everybody as a relief pitcher. Because there's no tomorrow. I mean, I'd rather not use Fulmer because I'd want him to start the next series. But man, I gotta end this. That was a long, long game. Good night.